that'll represent like me, who'll say some shit like me. One who'll lay the dick like me. You don't know that nigga who'll do the shit that I do. Run through your whole little crew. Trick, pay for it if I've got to. You don't know that nigga gotta run off in your house, put the gun up in your mouth, pull your motherfucking brains out. Oh, you don't know that nigga. Bitch, you don't know that nigga. Bitch, you don't know that nigga. Oh, you don't know that nigga. Bitch, you don't know that nigga. You don't know that nigga. Who'd fall off in the club? Free drinks for to show some love. Take the bar home for the thugs. You don't know that nigga. Who know more niggas than me, who do more killings than me, way more dope killings than me. You don't know that nigga that dress fresher than me. And you don't know that nigga that way more porno shit than me. Bitch, you don't know that nigga. You don't know nigga. You don't know that nigga. Bitch, you don't know that nigga. Bitch, you don't know that nigga. That nigga.
Don't know now who done been the places I've been. Who can stand the grass that I spent? 5 or 6 best friends, and you don't know that. Oh, that's shame like me. That a foster thing like me, on a awful thing like me. Yeah, you don't know. Oh, that's a shame like me. That a foster thing like me, on a awful thing like me.
Oh, you don't know that nigga. Bitch, you don't know that nigga. Oh, you don't know. Bitch, you don't know that nigga. Don't know that nigga. Bitch, you don't know that nigga. Oh, no, you don't know that nigga.
Watch me crank it, watch me roll. Crank that soldier boy, it's Superman at home. Crank that soldier boy, crank that soldier boy, crank that soldier boy, crank that soldier boy. Soldier boy off in this hole. Watch me crank it, watch me roll. Watch me crank that soldier boy, the Superman at home. Woo, crank that soldier boy. Crank that soldier boy. Woo, crank that soldier boy. Soldier boy off in this hole. Watch me lean and watch me rock. Superman at home. Oh, watch me crank that RoboCop. Super fresh, now watch me chop, choking on them haters, man. When I do that, soldier boy, I lean to the left, I crank that thing. Soldier boy off in this hole. Watch me lean and watch me rock. Watch me crank that soldier boy, the Superman at home. Woo. your local party. Yes, I drink it every day. Haters getting mad 'cause I got me some baby names. I'm bouncing on my toe. Watch me super soak that hole. I'm gonna pass it to baby. Then he's gonna pack it up for sure. Haters wanna be me. Soldier boy, I'm the man. They be looking at my neck, saying it's the rubber band, man. Soldier boy, off in this hole. Watch me crank it, watch me roll. Watch me crank that soldier boy, then Superman at home. Yo, crank that soldier boy. Yo, crank that soldier boy. Yo, crank that soldier boy. Watch me do it, watch me do it. Dance, dance, let's get to it, let's get to it. No, you can't do it like me. Go, so don't do it like me. Fuck, I see you trying to do it like me. Man, that shit was ugly. No, you can't do it like me. Go, so don't do it like me. Fuck, I see you trying to do it like me. Man, that shit was ugly. Soldier boy out in this hole. Watch me crank it, watch me roll. Watch me crank that soldier boy. Then Superman that hoe. Crank that soldier boy. Yo. Crank that soldier boy. Yo. Crank that soldier boy. Yo. Crank that soldier boy. Crank that soldier boy. Crank that soldier boy.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How are y'all doing? Oh, it was a rough morning. It was a rough morning, but I'm still here. Before we get into we finishing what we started last night, I found a good moment from the YSL trial yesterday. One of the defense attorneys went off on the judge because he's sick of her denying motions and ignoring shit and acting like he put up a great argument for his well, not for just his client, but for all of them. They're saying, they're constantly pointing out that the state is not ready to present their case because they've been working on this thing for 2 years, and that their clients are just sitting there, and that the law grants them access to a speedy trial. And he's telling the judge, look, y'all need to give these people some time to finish this shit up, because they're saying they still have over 100 witnesses to call. When they first started the trial, they reported that they were going to have over 700 witnesses coming in. They're not doing that many, but they're saying right now they still have over 100 witnesses to call. And the lawyers putting up great arguments for how that's not going to be beneficial for a jury. It's like, how the hell are they supposed to remember over a year or two worth of testimony? So that's the only exciting thing that's been happening over there. Rudy's done testing. They're just still arguing back and forth without the jury, which is still hell on them. They can't live their regular lives until this shit is done, which he brought up in his argument as well. It's like the state and them and you and us, we get to go home every day. The jurors don't. And our clients are just sitting in jail, rotting. At least give them bond. It's just a high profile case. Where the fuck are they going? Great point. All right, let's play this, and then we're getting back into Queen of Kings.
Might be opportunity at some point this week. I expect the state to answer.
Morning. What the hell happened to you last night? You were supposed to be playing the email thing, the part that got you flagged, community guidelines, and did you just went silent?
Well, what had happened was I did, go check on that, but then I got a phone call. I was listening.
Okay, that's fine. I understand those days. I understand.
But yeah, great line. I was listening, Trey.
I know you was listening. I had remembered you were supposed to be coming back. He was like, let me see what this thing say.
To respond to the motion that we filed, but I would like the opportunity to actually argue that in front of.
Well, I mean, I don't know that I need a response from the state. I also don't need argument from you. I mean, I understand what you're asserting in your motion.
I mean, just today, Your Honor, they say the gang experts, for example, because that is one that we have gone to, that they have not been repetitive. But just today, and I wrote this down because it's just emblematic. Just today,
why are the kids surrounding Pennywise?
Wait a minute, what?
Gather around, children. Gather around, children. Uncle Penny's got a story. Come on in.
God.
Come a little closer.
Trey.
Yeah.
I know you probably talked about it last night, but I was distracted. But how was your interview?
It was going fine, and then all of a sudden I couldn't hear them anymore. And I just did, like, for the last 30 minutes of the show, I kept resetting, trying to get back up, and it wouldn't. But they were talking about my documentary on Grace and Jed, and then she was just asking questions about loyalty and asking me how I handled situations with you and things of that nature, and how we met, and could somebody that's on the team come and talk shit about you and all of that good stuff. But I did answer those questions, and then my audio just went out.
Oh, okay.
It was crazy that I came right on StreamYards, and I ain't had no problems. I could hear everything last night.
Why were you distracted?
Why was I who?
Why was Truth distracted?
Her dick called.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson.
Wait a minute. Oh my God. D-True. D-True?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Are you being messy? You being petty?
I heard you were distracted. I was like, why was she distracted? I just wanted to know why you were. It's a legitimate question. Jesus.
Good morning, D-True. At least speak to me before you go in on me. Like, honestly, for real. Don't be rude.
I did. I spoke to you.
I ain't hear it. All I heard. And why you got the children dying there around young?
I told you. Gather around, children. Uncle Penny's got a story for you. Come on in.
Chats. I'm sorry I didn't speak. Go ahead, Trey. I'll get the truth later. I will.
Ms. Love said, quote, our gang experts have testified to B replacing C. So there's a situation there where their gang experts have testified to the same thing multiple times. There's B replacing C. It's constant, Your Honor. And there's absolutely no reason that they should get to run this courtroom. Now, I'm not asking to run it. I'm asking you to run it.
I'm running it.
Okay? And you have...
Ooh, I like Doug Weinstein. He couldn't take this shit no more. The Jewishness came out of it.
Wait a minute, what are we listening to? I thought we were listening
I thought we were listening to the white man explosion interview.
See, y'all were late. I said before we pick up on that, I found a good part from the YSL tribe. But y'all know since Woody stopped testifying last week, it's just been boring shit since I think Thursday was the last time he testified. It's just been boring, and I found something good from the trial, so we're just gonna play that because dude went off on the judge that y'all just heard. I'm telling you to run your courtroom, man. Shit.
Now, who is the guy going off on the judge?
Doug Weinstein.
Who
He's been
is
on
he? Though?
YouTube channel. He is one of I can't think of his defendants. I think it's Stilwell's lawyer. He's one of the defense attorneys for one of the 4 people in the courtroom being killed.
Gotcha.
I mean,
Okay.
on trial.
Good Jewish
He's
name
sick of this
right there.
shit. Yep. And
Good Jewish name.
he went off all day yesterday. Weinstein, strong.
Oh God.
Constant, Your Honor. And there's absolutely no reason that they should get to run this courtroom. Now, I'm not asking to run it. I'm asking you to run it.
I'm running it.
Okay? And you have the ability to put a time clock on the state. We're way past the time. I'm just going to finish real quick. We're way past the amount of time that we have told the jurors that they will be here. And that is a factor that you can consider. We told the jurors, now I remember 6 months, other people have said we told the jurors 6 to 9 months. We're going to far exceed that. There's any number of reasons, and they're outlined in the motion. If you don't want me to argue it, I won't argue it, that we can put a limit on the stay, or you can put a limit on the stay.
Okay, I understand what is set forth in your motion. I understand the law. I understand what my powers are as the judge presiding over this case. I understand that cumulative evidence is unnecessary and maybe undue delay and a waste of time. I also understand that the state has a right to present its case and that they don't have to be limited to just one witness per, count in the indictment. They have rights to. So I appreciate what you put forth there. I agree with it. I mean, it is granted. Okay. I will not permit there to be excessive, repetitive, witness after witness saying the same thing, exhibit after exhibit showing the same thing.
Real time.
Well, the relief I requested.
He's mad because they keep bringing in different experts to say the same thing.
Yep.
What happens is it muddies the waters, and the prosecutor is pounding into the jury that, see, this is all gang related. And that's why he kept saying, you bringing in all these gang related experts and stuff like that. Because
that aren't experts.
Yeah, what happens is the jury starts believing that this is all, it must be all gang related. All experts keep saying it. So because the experts are weak, they keep bringing in more and more. And that would kind of, a group will show strength as part of the experts, where the defense attorney's like, all you're doing is saying the same thing over and over again with different people. Why are we going through this? This extends the trial. It upsets the jury. The longer the trial goes on, the more frustrated the jury gets.
Exactly. He brought that up in his motion too. I guess this is right after he had filed the motion, but he filed the motion saying you need to put a time limit on this shit. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, because you're frustrating the jury, and normally it goes towards the prosecution when you frustrate the jury. They just want to get it over with. So they're like, it's guilty because that's the easiest plea. It's easy to say guilty and be over with it. So the more you push it, the more you delay it, the more you show just stupid evidence that the jury couldn't understand anyway. And then you're bringing experts in to explain what that evidence was. You're just frustrating people, and you're it just becomes a whole circus. And you don't want it, especially the defense does not want it to become a circus, because testimony in the beginning gets forgot.
Yes, that's exactly what he said in this argument. I did just find the entire argument, so we're gonna listen to that too. Also, I'm just gonna have to cut out. That's good. I cut out a YSL section and upload it. with the part. Did you hear anything about this Georgia election rule changes? I seen a story about it 16 hours ago. You know anything about it?
What are they changing? And I
don't know. We'll listen to that too before
Okay.
we get into Rose, because that seems interesting. Hold on.
It is, because I'm actually working on a piece about voter suppression all the way back to the 1870s, and how today they're using some of the tactics that they used in 1870 today.
Wow.
Okay, and that's why I keep saying you're allowing these people to come in and change the rules. Because in 1870, they gave the rights to everyone to vote. Because prior to 1870, only white landowners could vote. White landowners could vote. But after the slaves were freed, majority of slave states started seeing a majority of black people because there were so many slaves. So they had to make all these rules up, and they made poll taxes because they knew black people didn't have any money and they weren't going to pay to vote.
Well, when did they put in you couldn't be a felon to vote? When the fuck did that get instituted?
In 1877, they put in the fact that you could be convicted of a crime of moral statute.
The fuck is that?
It later turned into felonies, but they also put in a literacy test, which to this day I think we may want to go back to that because stupid people should not be voting. But they knew that black people could not read nor write, so they put in a literacy test. And then in 1877, they came in and they started using, the federal government said, no, you can't do these things. We're going to supersede your rules. So that's when they started going into intimidations. That's where they started putting in the poll observers. Well, the poll observers were the Ku Klux Klan. So they would run you off. They would, if you were a black community and your black leaders were trying to get you to vote, they would burn down your house. They would kill family members just to make sure that they tell you don't vote. So black people were like, look, it's not worth it. It's just not worth losing my life over this shit. And it wasn't until 1965 that any of this changed.
Well, it changed. It changed. It just didn't change legally on paper.
Yeah, but it changed legally on paper, but they were still doing it in 1965. They were still using intimidation tactics. They were still using all these things in 1965 to suppress the vote. Then they started gerrymandering, where they can change district lines, where they could take a large black population, split it in half, and put it over into white areas so that the black vote will be diluted. I mean, I'm not saying both parties don't do it, because they do. Both parties do it. Whoever's in charge is going to make the lines blurred for both sides. But it was another way of suppressing the black vote. So it's happening today. People are making it harder for you to. I mean, they made the rule where you can't bus people to the polls. You can't drive.
Truth with the history lesson this morning, y'all.
Yeah, I'm just saying they made the rules where you can't drive large groups of people to the polls because they say that you're influencing the vote.
Yeah, you really could if you got a Democratic bus. You are pretty much saying we'll give you a ride, but you got to vote this way. If you can't.
Well, again, these buses aren't changing anything. Those people got on those buses because that's who they were with. You think they're riding around the neighborhood going, "Hey, we'll give you a ride to the polls. We'll give you a ride to the polls." But
probably in the early days they used to do it like that because everybody didn't have transportation. So yeah, we'll come pick you up. You got to vote this way.
No, no one. It was churches. Okay, the D9 would do the stroll to the polls. Okay, they would organize groups of people and they call it the stroll to the polls. This is the D9s, all the black fraternities and sororities. We're going to stroll to the poll. They said that's influencing voting. Again, they do things because you don't see white people doing the stroll to the poll, do you? You don't see white people gathering buses to take you to the polls, but you do see black churches doing it. You do see black organizations doing it. This is not to suppress the white vote. This is to suppress the black vote and the minority vote. Because they got mad because the Asian people were doing it too in their neighborhoods. We're going to make sure that you get there. But it was mostly for the older generation. See what I'm saying? These groups that were taking people to the polls was more for the older generation that can't get around.
Yeah, and that's why I said they could influence them. I know you ain't got no ride. We'll pick you up to vote. Just vote for us.
Well, the thing is, they're already voting for them.
Maybe not.
How would they get hooked up with them?
The olden days, before telephones and all of this shit, the olden days, they had to get their ass out.
Well, but again, that goes back to
you got to think about when it was most effective when they put this into place.
But it's still happening today. You see what I'm saying? The rules changed 4 years ago, 5 years ago, about the bringing people to the polls and doing that. They changed all that because why? Because they saw how many black people were getting off that bus.
Thank you for the $15 PayPal.
Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
Well, in 1877, when they executed the federal law to make sure that black people can vote, within that 1 or 2 years, they noticed that black people were actually running for office. And black people were getting elected. So they said, oh, hell no, we can't have this shit. So they started making all these weird things and making these weird changes that they knew would only affect black people.
Was for the specific time, whether it be days or hours or however you want to do it. So if that's granted, I am thrilled.
Well, I'm not sure that I know at this stage, given that we have only not yet gotten through one incredibly long and somewhat painful witness testimony.
Talking about Woody. It was long and bad.
What that time limit might be. I don't anticipate most of the other witnesses to be as long on the stand as this particular witness has been. And maybe I can get, maybe let's just ask the state right now, like time-wise, do y'all expect any of your other time to take them?
But Your Honor, this is not the only witness that's...
I cannot do anything about what happened before I was the judge.
I appreciate that.
I just can't.
And I'm not asking you to. All I'm saying is that the state's saying that they don't expect other witnesses to take this long. There have been repeated witnesses that have taken weeks.
Okay, no.
And I mean,
Let me drill down a little bit more. Okay. So are there any other witnesses that are going to have video interviews that are anywhere as near as this witness?
No, and for any witnesses that have taken more than a few days, there have been breaks, there have been pauses that have caused us to have to take that witness over a period of time longer than we ever anticipated.
And I hope we don't continue to have sound issues, but
Let's listen to the actual full motion.
Doug Weinstein talked a little bit about this over the weekend, and it finally came through the system.
She's just gonna.
Well, let me drop the link for you guys in the chat if you want to read it on your own. Any other new motions come through, except for
Hold on. I want to
Or
hear
if you guys
him
missed the
argue
Friday.
it. I don't want to hear it being talked about. Hold on.
And
Why
absolutely,
can't I just find this fucking this damn? Let's see. Time limit. If I can't find it here, we'll go to this next one. Time limit motion. Yeah, 'cause I don't want to hear it read. I want to just hear him argue the fucking thing. Here we go.
Islands and testified
Are you
to
gonna play it or not?
like marathon. Meanwhile, for
No,
Kendrick
it
and
looks like everybody's
he
just gonna
said,
read
quote,
this
minute
shit.
by
Fuck.
minute, like marathon. Prosecutors foresee calling over 100 additional witnesses as the case continues. The trial will
100
likely
more
last through the first quarter of 2025. Defense attorney Doug Weinstein, who represents Diamani Yak Gotti Kendrick, filed a motion asking Judge Paige Whitaker to put a time clock on the state. He wrote, quote, that the state will develop the speed and efficiency of our finest Olympic athletes, and that the finish line of their snail-like marathon is in sight. The state lives their lives, they go to work, and they get their paychecks, no matter how long this trial proceeds. Meanwhile, for Kendrick and the other defendants, every day is Groundhog Day. But instead of waking up to Sonny and Cher, he wakes up to the cacophony of Rice Street and the ritual of
He
heading
put
to
all
court.
of this in his motion.
Weinstein further wrote that the court should, quote, limit the introduction of duplicative or unnecessary witnesses by the state. And lastly, he said, quote, Kendrick and the other defendants sit in their jail, their lives on hold, the clock ticking on their lives, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, month by month. I want to talk about this with my guest, trial attorney Bob Hella and law enforcement instructor Sonny Slaughter. Bob, I have you here in the studio. I'm going to ask.
They're giving me nothing. All right, let's go to this. They're not giving me anything. I have to find it later. Let's go to this law change, and then we'll get into King of Queens. See what they talking about in Georgia.
Well, Georgia's State Board of Elections approved a controversial policy last minute rule change a short time ago. The rule allows local election officials to investigate counts before certifying their county's results. Tonight, top state officials on both sides of the aisle have called foul. Fox 5's Rob D'Arienzo is live at the state capitol. A lot of eyes were on this vote. Rob, tell us what happened.
Hey there, Christine. Good afternoon. Well, a lot of eyes on this vote, especially on the first day of absentee voting here in Georgia. Now, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger says he's concerned that these last-minute changes could sow chaos into the system, and a lot of Democrats agree.
This is dangerous to all Georgians, no matter who you want elected.
Voting rights activists sounded the alarm under the Gold Dome Monday morning as Georgia's election board met virtually to approve the plan.
Votes to hand count ballots. That shit is going to take a lot of time.
And that's why they
that would require.
And mistakes are made. I trust computers over humans counting.
Okay, the voting system has not changed for the last 30 years. You insert the paper into that machine counts your vote. That machine is not hooked up to the internet. It has a memory card in it. All the memory cards are retrieved by state officials. Then they take those memory cards and upload them into a system which counts all the votes. Okay? These recounting of votes by hand is ridiculous because people don't know. People make mistakes. And when you go further into counting, when you get to the 100,000th piece of paper that you read, you don't think that person is seeing correctly after looking at 100,000 pieces of paper? So
I'd say by the time they got to 5,000, shit, 100,000 is a stretch.
This is another.
There's other motherfuckers in there talking that can distract you, cell phones and shit.
This is another attempt to stretch the certification to give them time to maneuver and do whatever they need to do. Okay? They don't like the fact that these calculations are coming in quickly and they don't have time to address every situation or bring notice to every situation. So they're trying to delay everything. I mean, a lot of them have put but a lot of them have put people in place that can decertify the election for any reason. They can just say, no, it's not, no, I see voter fraud, and don't have to certify it anymore. To where prior to that, that was their job, to certify the election. And it was more of a ceremonial thing than anything else. Going to certify it's done. And all they were there to say, hey, the counts are done. And if you object to this, you need to bring it to court. Now they don't have to do that anymore. They could decertify it or not certify it, which would just hold up areas throughout the country.
Separate poll workers to hand count ballots.
What we are already witnessing currently is 3 board members on the Georgia State Election Board behind these rule changes, showing partisan favor by putting their own goals before all Georgians.
Earlier this year, 3 pro-Trump Republicans who have cast doubt on the 2020 election results got appointed to the board. The former president called the trio his, quote, pit bulls fighting for honesty.
These are all very important things that we want our boards to review and expect.
We got the gist of it. I think I found it. I think I did.
Have y'all given thought to streamlining your witness list and your evidence?
Judge, this is where early on, I don't know how familiar the court is with the number of witnesses that we initially started out with, but we started out with over 700.
Mm-hmm.
And before, I believe, Mr. Weinstein filed his first motion to limit the state's case with the former trial judge, the state announced to defense that not only would we actually be asking for an earlier start time and a later finish time, but we actually told them that we had reduced our list from the over 700 to just over 200.
Mm-hmm.
And we've reduced it further. And then after that was when I believe Mr. Kendrick filed a motion to force the state to reduce its list, but we had already said and done that. So now we've reduced it even further. And I believe that we are at that point where we've reduced it. The delay that Mr. Kendrick referenced in his motion has not been attributable to the state. We have had a number of administrative days. We have had a number of delays that were caused for other reasons that had nothing to do with anything that the state's case entailed. So our case and the length of our witnesses is not prolonging this trial at all. And our position is that we have streamlined it considerably. We continue to streamline it even after our first streamlining that we apprised them of.
All right. Well, all I'm saying is try to do what you just said you are doing, which is continue to streamline, and I haven't looked at, I don't have the entirety of who's saying what to what, but you do have the thing that says what counts each witness is going to go to. Just make sure that you're not being cumulative and that the witnesses you're calling are basically worth calling, that they're going to add something material to the jury's ability to decide this case.
And Your Honor, we have indeed been doing that. I think that the main cumulative objection has come from, as I remember, they've argued, well, they called a gang expert, 3 gang experts, and that's cumulative, but each gang expert has talked about a different set of information that they have knowledge of. And they also had factual information that they were both fact witnesses and expert witnesses.
But you're expecting 2 more gang experts?
In terms of new ones? There were 2 left on the list that we haven't yet gotten to. So one of them we may not call.
Okay, well, you would need to be able to express what it is that expert or those two experts is going to offer that hasn't already been covered by the three that have already testified? We would. Okay.
And Your Honor, I would like the opportunity at some point this week, I expect the state to respond.
Okay, that's done. We caught up on that. I didn't actually hear his long ass motion. He read it out in court. Well, all right, let's get back to Rose where we were last night.
So working a month after you buy it for me, and I was appreciative for the Range Rover. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't. Like, I did not ask for it to begin with. For one, I was appreciative for it, for sure. But for you to like stop working a month after you buy it from me, and me to have to, like there's many reasons. So for you to,
but you said you bought that car.
Sure, yeah. It's emotional because I felt like I was paying for it. He put a lump sum of down payment, and I'm paying for it in car note. So
you ever played chess before?
No. What's up?
You've never played chess?
No, I've never played it.
So on the chessboard, you got the knights, you got the priests, all the people, right? And you got the king and the queen. The king never moves. You never played chess?
No, I've never played it.
So on the chessboard, you got the knights, you got the priests, all the people, right? And you got the king and the queen.
It ain't no damn priest or no prince on no damn chessboard. What are you talking about? It's a pawn.
I think she's talking about the bishops and the rooks.
Yeah, and the pawns and the king and the queen.
The pawns make up majority of the chess.
The pieces. That's the front line.
Yeah,
that's the people you sacrifice.
That's the front line. Then you have the king, the queen, the bishop, the horseman,
the knight and the rook.
Yeah, and the castle. So you got. I don't know where she's getting princes and all this other shit. I don't think she's played chess before.
Well, yeah, she's played. She just don't know the name of the pieces clearly.
You ever played chess before?
No. What's up?
You've never played chess?
No, I've never played it.
So on the chessboard, you got the knights, you got the priests, all the people, right? And you got the king and the queen.
She said the priest.
The king never moves, right? But the queen, she moves around the board. Do you know why?
Yeah, the king can only move 1 to 3 spaces. That sucks.
Well, one space.
Why she moves?
You be just two-stepping.
She moves because the king is at home being stable. So sometimes, even when the king is threatened, because a lot of times they're trying to come take the king, but she protects the king and protects the castle by moving around and moving different pieces while he's the stable foundation. But she has to protect. And so I think, these statistics that you're basing your relationship off of, and it's triggering a lot of things that you've kind of told yourself based on how you were taught when it comes to relationships. Baby, the king is always stable, but sometimes you may get under attack. And while he stays stable and doesn't move, and the queen moves around the board to protect everything financially, to make more money, to look out, to tell him who's trying to come get him, what we need to do. And even sometimes.
Hence, they say behind every great man is a great woman. I love the fact that LeBron James came out the other day and said, like, this is all Savannah's. None of this shit would be possible without her. Because he spends every minute of his day training to be great. Somebody got to take care of the kids. They rich as hell, it's nannies and stuff, but she still has to fill in. And the school rides, the after school activities, the solos, and anything they got going on. She got to be on top of it. Shout out to him for that. And I just had to point out again, there's another black man, athlete, that hadn't had one scandal. The only scandal they tried to get him in about 10 years ago was he said hi to a woman in the DM. He didn't say nothing else. He just spoke. And they made that a whole big issue.
She may have to have his back. And when you're in marriages, the queen moves around the house. She does more than what the king does. Mm-hmm. You do know that, right?
I love that. I do know that. I do know that. But like I said, I'm not like, I apologize, but I'm not like overly beating myself up the way that you got, not you, but like the internet would like me to. Like, I cannot believe I went through some shit. It is what it is.
No, it was just utterly disrespectful for you to disrespect your husband like that because you were going through what you were going through.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Like, first of all, I don't disrespect my husband publicly or privately. I just don't do it. I just don't do it. And I was raised by women who taught me never to do that because you don't let people know what's going on in your house. And I get you guys make family content, but like that's a good way for women to be at your doorstep throwing pussy at that man that you crazy.
There you go.
They're throwing
Ding,
it.
ding, ding, ding.
Not 100%.
Tasha K was rated by old school woman. You show that there's cracks in your foundation and all the holes is gonna come. Same thing with niggas.
Her husband is African. He would whoop her ass if she tried to act disrespectful towards him.
Well, and she said she had to learn these things about him. She said Africans come with their own sets of problems. And she said marrying an African, you might have to deal with a sister wife, even Q. She just said it. That's the own thing. You might have to deal with a sister wife. Fuck with the Africans. But they have their own sets of problems and issues as well, because they strict as a motherfucker.
I'm 100% with you. I'm 100% with you on that. That is not a lie at all whatsoever. Absolutely. And I love the way you put that with the chess and the checkers. I like it.
That's the game.
Ain't no damn chess and checkers. She ain't say nothing about no checkers.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay. In agreement with you on everything that you say. You're not wrong. But again, life happens. You know, we make mistakes and we learn from it and we move on.
Do you have a drinking problem?
No, but I'm drinking because this is my first interview with like you.
She wasn't asking you why you were drinking then. She just asked in general, do you have a drinking problem? Do you drink every day?
And that comes.
No, I'm drinking. Go ahead.
You don't think Tasha K is not a drunk?
Yeah, that's why Tasha K, I do. Her group is called the Wino. She drinks every show. But this is one thing I can say about Tasha K. Is Tasha K said, no matter how much she drinks, you will never catch her online bashing her husband. Because she's upset with what he said or did during the day. He's a human. He make her mad. And she comes online every day and acts like it doesn't happen. And she's asking her this because that's the excuse she gave to why she did the live, is that she was drunk and in her feelings about what her mama had said earlier. So she's like, you got a drinking problem? Oh, no, I'm drinking right now because it's my first interview. And girl, shut up. You've been doing YouTube for forever.
And, you know, we make mistakes and we learn from it and we move on.
Do you have a drinking problem?
No, I'm drinking because this is my first interview with like you.
Okay, listen, I don't watch you that extent. I drank 2 shots. Listen, I drank 2. I got my wine, but they were saying that you drank a lot while breastfeeding.
I wish I could drink more. No, I don't drink a lot at all whatsoever.
I wish I could drink more. And Tasha, she breezed right past it. Tasha said, these people say you drink a lot while you're breastfeeding, which you're not supposed to do if you're breastfeeding, because anything you put in your body goes to the baby.
I drink not even once a week. If I have a couple drinks in 1 week, it is what it is, but I don't drink regularly at all.
Do you have postpartum depression?
It's possible. I don't know. I was not diagnosed with it, but do I think that my emotions and hormones were out of whack? Postpartum, 100%. We were also, you know, making that abrupt move. It definitely was you know, some potholes that we had to, you know, so the Airbnb staying in a very tight space with 6 people drove me crazy, amongst other things. So we definitely, it was not just like smooth sailing move at all whatsoever. So now we just got settled into our house here, or our apartment, our condo here.
Congratulations.
Yeah, here in Hawaii, and things have drastically been better, like a lot better for me since I finally feel like I could breathe and I'm getting settled. So,
have you ever been diagnosed with any sort of mental illness, like bipolar or being manic, or?
No, I've been diagnosed with prepartum depression when I was like 6 or 5 months pregnant.
So it's probably most like
anxiety. Yeah, okay. I go to the doctor a ton because I do have an anxiety disorder.
Okay.
Yeah, like
that's pretty serious. Anxiety is very serious because it can knock off your hormonal imbalance, especially with you making so much, because you are breastfeeding and you are making a lot of milk, and that takes hormone to do that. So if you do have something like that, I would definitely take it serious, because anxiety can throw the thyroid out of whack, and you know the thyroid controls the hormones and all of that stuff, and it could
cause some chemical imbalances.
No, yeah, I'm a literal doctor, and so the like actually find not you at all as a lawyer because you're asking questions based on what you're being asked.
Right.
But I find the internet doctors absolutely comical, especially most of these people that comment, they have so much going on in their life, it makes no sense. Like, so much going on.
You've never told your followers that you take any type of meds for any type of mental illness or anything?
No, absolutely not. I told them that I have anxiety disorder, which I do have. I've been what is it called? Prescribed medications for anxiety disorder, but my supervisors know that I don't take drugs. Like, I'm not for any medication.
No, and that's cool. Like, listen, I'm not here to judge you or play doctor. Yeah. I'm not a doctor or anything. I mean, I empathize with you. I know what it's like to have new babies and other babies in the house and to be married and stuff like that. The only thing that we was here about was, are you living a lie? Are you being hypocritical? Did you post your husband?
I don't think so. I won't be able to live a lie for a very long time. So, no, I don't think so. I wish I could. I would be a much better influencer for sure. If I knew how to live a lie the way that most of them do, I would absolutely be just smiling all the time. If you actually go and look at my vlog.
Ma'am, you said that it was a play. Y'all separated all that. That was a lie. You lived it perfectly. It created chaos. So you're just like the content creators. You said, I would love to be like if I could just live a lie. None of self-awareness is at an all-time low. I'm live. Oh, what's going on?
Hey, Playboy, what's going on?
Nothing much. I'm live. I'm going to call you back in about 30, 40 minutes.
Wait a minute. You say you what?
I'm live on my show and they can hear you. Say hey.
Live on your shoulder?
On my show. I'm on YouTube. I'm live. I'm streaming.
Oh, no, you on your show.
They can hear you. Say hello.
Do what?
They can hear you. Say hello.
Well, I tell you what, to tell your fans, hello. You call me when your show, what time your show gonna be over?
About another hour.
Well, call me when your show over.
All right, we'll do.
All right, then, tell
See, I already know why he called, and I found out early this morning.
I guess Truth
She was tripping.
Hey, I guess Truth Hurts is not the only one that gets interrupted by phone calls.
Shut up, D-Truth. Quit being messy.
Damn. Thought you were asleep.
No, you didn't.
At 9:30?
You'll see me bouncing on the ball 8 months pregnant, looking crazy, crying, talking about when it rains, it pours, because that was my true emotions at the time. So when I'm sad, I get on there sad. When I'm happy, I get on there happy. When I'm mad, I get on there mad. And there's no living a lie at all.
Okay. Now you're on live, quite a lot. Right
now I am, because with moving, I'm trying to stay on top of my content and my computer. My computer broke because my son jumped on it. And then my camera is just not like, I feel like I need a new one. It's not completely broken, but you know how they can get messed up. And so the quality isn't as good. So yeah, I've been on live a lot more than videos. So yeah.
Okay. Now, how does Brett feel about these videos leaking of you cussing his ass out and everything? And the black manosphere, they've been eating this up. Your white king is down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing that society, they're so happy. They were so happy to see that a relationship, a marriage was failing.
They weren't happy to see it. It was that you just presented him as better than everybody else. And they was like, oh, look, he just like us. They weren't happy to see it failing. Because guess what? Had you not posted the shit, nobody would have known. And I think that's what keeps getting lost to you. That had you not posted it, nobody would be talking about this.
I get it. The argument bottles you all, but the way that...
The question was, how does Brett feel about you cussing his ass out online and it leaking? Fuck what the black manosphere thinks about it and how happy people are. Could you tell us how your husband felt? Did he say, bitch, if you ever do that again, I'm leaving, or anything of that sort?
So many people were just so happy and waiting and crying on a marriage to fail. It's about to sleep. But yeah, Brett really is not, I swear to goodness, Tasha, I don't know what it is, but he's not maybe it's like something different, but he's not a person that trips on much at all whatsoever, but he doesn't feel any type of way. Like, he really doesn't. When we argue, we have sex, made up. The next day, the very next day, we were dancing, sitting at the pool. Like, that's just what it was to us. And about 5 days later, it became viral and everything, like, everybody freaked out. But it was just that we argued. My husband knows that I have anxiety disorder, and so I don't take drugs for it. I think it will help for sure. Taking anxiety.
So you have anxiety, you've been diagnosed with anxiety. You don't take any medicine, but you think it'll help. So why aren't you taking medicine if you think it'll help? These women just be saying any goddamn thing.
Any medicine for it, but I just don't. But he's my anxiety medicine. Like, whenever I have anxiety attacks a little bit too often, and so when I do, I just need him to be like, you're good, it's okay, babe. He calms my heart rate down, like, he calms me down. So, like, even like I'll sit in the shower and he'll just be there. He genuinely helps me. So he knows, I was emotional. Like,
this is a great comment. If Rose did all that on camera, imagine what she's like behind the camera.
Understands me, and I think that's the thing, of finding somebody that truly understands you. Now, do you think that's not an excuse? I get it, Tasha. We don't beat the dead horse. I get
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm going in a different direction. But go ahead, finish your thought.
Go ahead, girl.
No, I was gonna say, but do you think that's fair to lean on him to help you to deal with your anxiety and stuff? Like, I mean, do you ever think like he's going through a lot too as well, and maybe you should get some type of mental health help to help you deal with that?
I do, like. I have a counselor.
Why don't you take medicine?
For, just regular life. We have a marriage
How
counselor.
the fuck does a counselor help your anxiety? You just said this man was your anxiety medicine, and her question is, don't you think it's a bit unfair?
Is she breastfeeding?
Yes, and she's trying to stop breastfeeding. That's why Tasha said, go ahead.
She can't take the medicine.
Well, hell, she drinks.
Nah.
Why she breastfeeding?
She said she's only drinking maybe once a week.
Now, when you can count how many times that's the alcoholic's favorite line. I only have a couple drinks. I only have a couple drinks a week. She said a couple drinks a week. And if I have one or two in the same night in 1 week, she lied. She was lying.
Not because our marriage is in shambles, but we just always had a marriage counselor just because it's good for marriage. So no, I don't think like I need to take.
Tasha didn't put no number on it. She was like, "Girl, I drink too. You see, I got my wine here. My group, my friend is the winos." She ain't putting no number of drinks she takes a week. She said it. I drink.
I've been who I was before my husband said I did. We gotta understand that. Like, I didn't just become, anxiety didn't just appear after I've been this person, so he knows what he was getting into, and I'm the first person that he's ever proposed to, and he's 37 years old. We've been married for 3.5 years, so no, I think
is it true that he was living with his mama when you met her? No.
She done put her glasses on.
Why you put your glasses on?
And took a drink. Put a shade.
I'm just asking.
It's not true. He lived in Las Vegas, Nevada when we got together. When we first got together, he said that he laid in my bed and told me that he was sniping. That scared the shit out of me because first of all, he's like, yeah, he is. He did private security when I met him, so he is like a certified sniper. But he was doing it as a sport, not like killing anyone. But when I heard sniper, I didn't know nothing about that. Like, that to me, that's some white shit. So
he a sniper. He a airplane pilot. This white man just does everything, huh?
Wait a minute.
That sounds like an assassin.
He had to retire from a job. Now, he quit a job in Arizona to move to Wichita, but he a professional sniper with his own security firm. So why the fuck did he have to put in a 2 weeks notice for some shit that he runs?
Wait a minute.
Or owns?
I didn't know that part of a security firm was snipers.
Well, private security, like, when you leave the military, you can get up with these private firms and go overseas and still do the same job and get better pay.
Yeah, but Well,
So I'm guessing that's what she was saying he did, but she never said he had any military experience at all.
Well, if he's local, I mean, I have a security firm, so it's like, I don't hire people to be snipers.
Yeah, what are you killing?
Yeah.
In the city, like
Well,
if you're covering a store or something, what are you killing? Are you guarding the president or some shit?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. But again,
and then she said he sniped for sport. So
yeah,
I guess
sport. I'm like, you mean
does she mean he's a hunter? There you go.
He's a hunter. I mean, most hunters, I guess you consider
are snipers.
A hunter a sniper. He sits in a tree with a scope and shoots animals that don't know they're being shot. I mean, yeah, okay, all right, that's a good definition.
But when I heard sniper, I didn't know sniping. That he lived in Las Vegas, Nevada when we got together. When we first got together, he said that he laid in my bed and told me that he was sniping. That scared the shit out of me because first of all, he did private security when I met him. So he is like a certified sniper. But he was doing it as a sport, not like killing anyone. But when I heard sniper, I didn't know nothing about that. Like that, to me, that's some white shit. So
that sounds like an assassin. What is he sniping? Does he work for the CIA?
No, so you go out in the desert. You go out in the desert. We live in Vegas. You go out in the desert and practice sniping. Actually, I took down a lot of it.
What is there to kill in the desert in Vegas?
Trees.
Other than sand?
Trees.
Ain't no trees in the desert.
You got what are them porcupine things or whatever? That part,
cactuses.
Cacti. Yeah, we used to shoot at cactuses all the time. And snakes.
You have to snipe a cactus?
I guess
all right,
so.
then.
I guess so.
Pictures because I wanted to change it to family content, but his whole Instagram page was like private security and him shooting and with guns and all that type of stuff. But yeah, so when he first told me that, I got really, really scared. And the way that he looked, I'm not gonna lie, when I first got with him, I liked him, I was intrigued by him, but I was low-key a little bit weird. I felt comfortable being at my house with them, but I didn't feel comfortable being at his house. So when we first met, he lived in an apartment in Las Vegas. And then about 3 months later, I never went there because I didn't like to go to Las Vegas anyways because I was from Henderson. To me, Las Vegas is crazy. I just don't go to Las Vegas. So he about 3 months later, when we were together, we got a little bit more comfortable with each other. I asked him to move into my place and his lease was up. So
wait a minute now, hold on, wait a minute. You asked that white man who was sniping to move in with you?
But she
3 months later, we're like together now. We're together. His lease is up. So I'm like, he's like, I'm about to get a place with my homie or whatever. I'm like, no, just move in with me. My lease is not up.
He was going to get a roommate. So instead of him going to get a roommate, he chose you as a roommate.
But why did he need a roommate if he was staying by himself in the apartment? Just re-sign the damn lease. Why do you stop? Okay, the truth. Let's just say you were in an apartment and your lease was about up. You've been living in this apartment by yourself the whole time. Would you then decide, I'm going to go get me a roommate, or would you just re-sign your lease?
Well, is it a step up? Is the place better that I'm going to? But
well, he would have to decide. He would have to find a roommate and find a place.
Oh, well, that's ridiculous. My thing is, who lives in Vegas?
A lot of people.
Nah, most of them are there because they work in Vegas.
Henderson is close to Vegas too. Like she made it seem like Henderson is fucking 5 hours away. Henderson is like 20 minutes. It's damn near the suburbs of Vegas.
Yeah, but have you ever seen the living conditions in Vegas?
Yeah, it's just like California and everywhere else that's got its fucked up areas.
Yeah, that's part of what most of the apartment complexes in Vegas are pretty fucked up.
Vegas got some nice houses though. They actually do.
On the outskirts.
Over there by UNLV and shit, they got nice houses. It's all in where your placement is, just like with any city. They got its upscale areas near the strip, the colleges and shit.
But my thing is, he's doing a job in Vegas. So he just felt the need to pick up and go?
Moved to Henderson with her. Yeah, he said, fuck everybody. That's what I'm saying. This doesn't make any sense. He decides to go get a roommate, and she was like, just move in with me. Now, that's understandable, but the part about him, now, if she had just said his lease was up, and I told him to move in with me since we dating, I like spending time, I ain't coming to his house anyway, let's just save some money, I could get there. But she said this nigga was finna go get a roommate.
That tells you that his house was fucked up.
She said she never went. She wasn't comfortable there, so she don't even know what the apartment looked like. Because she said she never went to his apartment because she didn't feel comfortable with him. She didn't feel comfortable with him at his place, but he would come over to hers. And then when his lease was up, she was like, "Well, I ain't coming to your shit no way. You might as well come here."
Makes no sense.
Yeah, the getting a roommate part after living by yourself all that time don't make sense to me either. But it's her story. Let her tell it.
Yeah, sure. But so no, he had to pay. But yeah.
But roommates help out financially.
Right. So because my lease wasn't up, and we've been together for like 3 months. Anyway,
so he said, "Don't take that money over here. Bring it over here." And I got 2 kids.
Tasha, bring that money over here.
He moved in. You hear my baby crying. He getting messy. My baby getting the crying. Like, come on, mom.
You can go see about it. You can go see about it.
No, listen.
Okay.
He moved in with me.
This motherfucker said, "My baby crying because you getting messy."
Also, from my understanding, you don't want my baby on the camera, huh?
No.
Okay.
Your husband home? He home or he ain't home?
He's not. He's at work. He's at work.
Okay. So you want to go see about the baby for a second? If you can't, we can, end it here. I think we.
No, we got to stop soon. But I want to tell you this. So he was coming to me, but he was also securing a place because just in case we're not like all like that. We've been together for 3 months. So when I did go to his place,
he didn't secure a place. He already had the place. His lease was just up. He could have did month to month. Could have signed a 6-month lease. Some places have 3-month leases after you've already been there for your full lease.
She was in between, but his place with his roommate, it wasn't necessarily in a basement because we lived in Vegas. We don't have basements, but he had like a first story, third story, first, second, and third story. He was on the first story, which is kind of lower, and he had a mattress, and I'm like, what's up with that? But it's like, because it's just me, and if I was moving in with you, I wasn't going. So I did actually the first time I went to this place, he was on a mattress, but he also bought my Camaro from me. So obviously he wasn't broke. I didn't want the Camaro anymore.
He bought a car from you?
Yeah, because he had a car, girl. Don't do that.
I just only asked what you for that. Okay.
He had a car, but I was tired of my Camaro and I was trying to sell it. And he said, "Hey, I'll buy it." And he bought my Camaro from me. He did.
How much you sell it to him for?
$4,000.
Okay. He gave you cash or payments?
No, he gave me cash.
Oh, okay, I'm just checking. I didn't know. I'm thinking maybe you moved in with a white man in Vegas that had like a 6-bedroom.
We're an hour and 10 minutes in this, and this woman has put on. She keeps putting lip gloss on. She's not drinking or anything anymore. So why the fuck does she keep putting this shit on her lips? Where is it going?
I didn't know he had a mattress on the floor when you told him, and he was about to go do a roommate, and you told him to come stay with you.
Well, now you know, Sasha. Now you know, girl. You ain't know, but if you don't know.
But here's the thing now. You out here dragging black men if it was a black man living at home with his mama and wanting to move in with you. And wanting to move in with you, you would be having that shit. But you let this white man do the same thing black men be doing. And you said, come on in because you felt like his intentions were different. But
no, he made money. He made money.
There's a lot of black men that make money too. But a real man would say, baby, I'm not moving up in there because you're not going to put me out. You are going to come move in with me. And besides,
that's why, like you said, I'm not going to move in with you because you're not going to put me out. So that's why with my real man, because we ain't going to talk about what a real man would do because my man is a very real man. And
big and macho don't make a real man.
No, baby.
And white.
Mm-hmm. You know what makes a real man? That he loves his family, he loves me, he loves his kids, he would go to hell for me and his children, like he does for us. He's a provider, he's a protector. That's what makes a real man. Now me, I do want to be very real honest. I desire He's from Iowa, Tasha. Listen, he's from Iowa, and his family are farmers. So he's okay with like making his money, living like a regular chill life.
So he know how to work a hoe.
I'm not. Work a hoe.
A hoe, you know.
Oh, it's the shame for me. He know how to work a hoe.
Making his money, living like a regular chill life.
So he know how to work a hoe.
I'm not.
She be like, work a hoe.
A hoe. You know, he a farmer. They use hoes to hold the ground.
That ain't what Tasha meant.
That's a messy bitch right there.
Y'all should see her face when she said it though. You know what? She's quick on her feet. She quick on the feet. I like it. I have a new respect for Tasha K. There, Gabe said he don't like her last night either. I've never just been into her content. I've never checked it out, but I have a new respect for her on this one. She's quick on her feet with the insults. And I like how every time she about to say some nasty shit, she put her glasses on. It's the shade.
Listen, he's from Iowa, and his family are farmers. So he's okay with like making his money, living like a regular chill life.
So he know how to work a hoe.
I'm not. Work a hoe.
A hoe. You know, he a farmer. They use hoes to hold the ground.
She got the shade.
Because they're a farmer, you feel like
she was about to get mad. She like a hoe. Oh, girl, you better clean that shit up. What? She was finna cuss Tasha.
What the hell is hoe in the ground?
Well, back in the day, they used to have hoes, sir. Yes, you used to have to till the ground. You tilled the ground with the hoe. I think I still got one somewhere. I got a hoe.
It's called plowing. You plow with a hoe.
Well, no, you plowed with an ox and the little thing that they had behind it. The hoe is the handheld device that you make the little.
They got the tillers and stuff. But she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she did. The girl knew too, because she was like, huh? Like her face turned real up. She was like, oh, okay, you better clean that shit up. But yeah, she was right. He knew how to work a hoe. Tasha, yeah. He knew how to get you, ma'am. He knew how to get you.
Alright.
Yeah. So he's a hard worker from Iowa. He truly is. And he's a good man to live like a normal, just like basic suburban life or whatever. I desire more out of life than I does not like. It may not be good, but I do like the nicer and the finer days of life. He's not like that. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I would say they're not moving, they're frozen. Somebody messed with the cursor and froze the comments. Okay. So you desire to have a
comments?
Where the comments? I'm on StreamYard, yeah.
Well, where the comments at, girl?
You don't want to see the comments, Rose. You do not want to see the comments. You're too sensitive for them. I got a clip of you airing somebody out there was in your chat because they said something that hurt your feelings and you went on like a 10-minute rant. Now, see, I'll do it from time to time, but I actually am doing it to entertain and I'm bored and I'm trolling back. Not that I actually give a fuck what they have to say about me.
Yeah, because you got to watch them during the playback.
Dang.
And I don't need to distract it, honey. Because you'll be up in there and cuss folks out. You on that Jack Daniels and the baby gonna be crying. We don't need all that, okay? So it's just me and you here. But what I'm saying was, so you desire to have someone a bit more flashy, like the scammers on Instagram.
I desire to have my husband, but what I'm saying is I'm just more flashy than he is. He'd be like, no, we don't. Literally, he'd be like,
how is he not flashy if he bought you a Range Rover? That's not a Toyota Prius or anything of that nature.
Minivan. Like, it's time to get a minivan. I'm just more flashy than he is. He'd be like, no, we don't. Literally, he'd be like, let's get a minivan. Like, it's time to get a minivan.
What's wrong with a minivan, girl?
No.
That's smart. Y'all are transporting 6 people. That's smart to have a van. And then as the family grows, you're going to be putting more and more shit in the van. So that's actually smart. I don't want no flashy van. Well, you can get, Gilbert Arenas has the only Bentley van ever known to man. You could probably get you one of them.
I'm just telling you.
You got 19,000 kids. Y'all need a minivan.
How many kids you got, Tasha?
2. And we had a minivan.
Okay, listen, but he'd be like, no, we don't need this. We need a minivan. He'd be like, no, why are you getting, why do you want Jordans for the boys? We can get some flip-flops. Right. Why are you getting the Fruity Pebbles? We can get the knockoff Fruity Pebbles.
He's not a big bags of Fruity Pebbles, the ones they lay on the grocery store, because he know they're going to eat that. What's wrong with that? Food is food.
Nothing's wrong with it. I'm just saying, that's how he is. And so, no, I'm not saying like that. I desire a different man. I desire my man, honestly and truly. Whatever you see and whatever you thought, okay. But I desire and I love and I cherish my husband. I get it. I should have.
But you desire, you just a little more.
But yeah, so I'm saying he can provide that basic like suburban life. He can. But I desire more. So I gotta go out where he provides the basic necessities of the family. I provide the better. Or I come up with thoughts, we as a team provide, but I come up with thoughts for like the betterment of the family. So,
girl, do you know you just described the very statistics that you use to create your lifestyle and your preference? Because that's what a lot of Black women's issues are, is that they are the highest educated, they're the highest paid. Black men are not the lowest paid. They're simple. They're not working hard enough, and they desire more, and they don't feel like they want to settle. And so you're having some of the same issues that Black women are having with Black men, because Black women want more, they desire more, whereas men in general are more simple-minded. They're more practical and pragmatic. And like I said, they're that stableness while you move around. When you're done moving around, I'm still here and we're still able to move forward. Or if we can't move forward, we definitely not moving backwards, but we still. So some of the things that you just described here that you dislike in Black men, that you dislike based off of your previous experiences with Black men, that you dislike based on statistics that you put out in your videos, you're living that very thing right now by saying you cannot give you the lifestyle that you want.
I think you're so confused with like the whole Black.
That's every man. The majority of men are just like that.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah,
but she's saying she didn't like it in Black men though. This woman doesn't like it in Black men, but she said, Tasha, the woman said earlier that Black men got all these statistics and stuff, and she's saying, well, you're actually acting like the Black man that you said you don't want, because you got this white man that makes 100,000, he does this, he's stable, he takes care of this and takes care of that, and you want more. He ain't exciting enough for her. He ain't flashy enough for him. He's not reckless with his money.
Majority of men are not.
That's what Tasha just told her. She's like, men are practical.
Yeah, men are happy with a mattress. If they're not trying to, impress anyone, men will live with the bare essentials.
That's what he said. He was like, it's just me. Shit. Yeah. But if I come to your house, I get a bedroom set, but it's just me and this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm buying it for you.
I can't tell you how many times I had apartments and didn't put shit on the walls. You can tell when I had a girlfriend or something because they were decorated. I ain't get couch, bed, paper plates, paper cups, shit of that. They don't need all that extra shit.
I would get in arguments all the time. I'd be like, look, I done slept on rocks, on mountains. I done slept on the beach in foreign countries.
Yeah, bags.
I done sat hanging from trees and shit. It doesn't impress me, okay? A big giant sleigh bed don't impress me. I just need something soft to lay on, and then that wasn't a requirement. Very often, you could want something, you just may not get it. But again, most of the stuff men do is for you, not for them. We just require a good mattress so our backs don't hurt. Okay? We don't need pillars and fucking canopies and all that shit. None of that shit.
Mattress, piece of rolls, and Pop-Tarts. Yeah. We good.
Good.
Damn
Microwave, baby.
Y'all do too much. Y'all really do too much.
2 pots and one.
What do you mean we do too much? True. How many? Unless they millionaires and shit like that, niggas don't have all that shit in their house. It's simple.
And you want to know?
You ain't got no pictures on the wall for what?
And you want to know something? Those millionaire men, they ain't buy that shit. That house was furnished.
Yeah. Yep, they paid somebody. They got an interior decorator.
Yeah, they paid a woman.
Or their girlfriend or wife, or their girlfriend or wife bought all that shit.
Yeah, they paid some woman to come in and buy all that shit with their credit card. Man, don't give a shit about that. Big TV, we fine.
Like, how often do men paint walls? Women care about that shit. Let's change this room. No, everything gonna be white fucking with a man.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And give me a good wood floor. I don't have to fucking deal with no vacuuming carpet.
Stains on carpet. Give me hardwood or linoleum.
Yep. Hardwood. I got a nice little Swift thing. Go right around. I'm done. But I
dust mop and a Swiffer jet.
But I pay somebody to do that. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. But I pay somebody to do that. So shit, I didn't do that either.
Yeah, crazy.
Respectfully.
We cavemen.
Me and like the whole black man thing, I don't know where we got this like connotation that like I'm like so big with about black men. My preference is my preference. It's not about like, oh, they did that. It's about the way that you can literally have a baby and just leave. You can literally, it's not about, oh, a black.
Any man can do that. Any man can have a baby and just leave. It happens.
Yeah, look at the Appalachian Mountains. Them white hillbillies leave all the time.
Hell, women have babies and leave them motherfuckers. What are you talking about? They drop them off.
If that wasn't true, if that wasn't true, we wouldn't have 1 million grandmas raising kids right now.
They just dropped them off their grandma. I wasn't even talking about grandma house. I was talking about at a safe place and giving them motherfuckers away to the state and things of that nature.
Well, you know it's a problem when the state has to come in and say, look, we got to make safe places because people are just leaving kids everywhere. So we're gonna make this gas station right here a safe place, fire station. You know, don't go to the police department; they got cameras everywhere. But
and women have turned pregnancy into hustles because some of them get pregnant and find them an adopter who's willing to pay $20,000-$30,000 for a baby. I know a YouTuber that's done it several times. She's had like 4 of them. That's her hustle. And she's proud of it.
Or when the check's about to be decreased for that last child she had, she just goes out and have another one.
And it don't have enough money or whatever. Which like you need to make some money for sure. But it's not about. It's the deeper stuff with black men, not like that.
Am I crazy?
No.
I could have sworn you said you got your preference based off of your experiences and statistics on what black women are going through with black men, and then I repeated everything you said.
Yes, that's what I said, Tasha. I said off of statistics.
But she's only dated 3 of them. And 2 of them that she dated came after she had already been divorced with 2 kids.
You're not buying it.
So them other 2 didn't even do nothing to you. They didn't leave their kids. Them was your kids. You just got the one that you were married to that left. We don't know why y'all got a divorce, and she probably have said it in one.
So she got 2 baby daddies?
Yeah, she got 2 with her first husband who was black, and she got 2 with the white man she's currently married to. 2 babies, 3 years.
2 babies, 3 years, by different daddies or same daddy?
No, by the same white guy. She's been married to the white guy 3.5 years. They're on their 2nd child.
How many kids did she have before that? 2, you said, right?
Yep. So she got 4 total.
With 2 with different daddies? The first 2 with different daddies or the same daddy?
Same daddy, was her husband.
Oh, okay.
I will give her that. She's had her children in wedlock. She has both of them, but she's talking shit about the black one to the oldest 2.
I see right there. I get angry about that.
So I don't know if she's directly talking shit to them about them, but as Tasha said, you talk shit about them on these videos and they can look these things up. She's like, nah, my kids wouldn't be interested. What do you mean? They would take an interest in what you do. They see you do it. I can do that. It's easy.
My thing is, I don't like, if you don't put down baby daddy in front of the kids. Let the kids form their own opinion. Okay, by you influencing that.
I agree. I agree with that.
By you influencing that, you're causing the kids to take what you're saying, and then later in life they gonna say, well, my dad wasn't that bad, and now they hold that against you. See what I'm saying? That's why I tell people.
I mean, basically, females need to understand is that with kids, they're gonna love they just like they want the kid to love them. They're gonna love their daddy. They're gonna love them. Now, what I will say, and I know this from experience, you don't have to influence your kids when it comes to, a daddy, whether he's there or not. I mean, as they get older, pay attention. They'll form their own opinion, and their opinion should be theirs. It shouldn't be what you shouldn't put on what you feel about, him on them. They will eventually form an opinion. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you the weird thing about kids and children and relationships with parents. A lot of times when there's an absent parent or there's a parent that, may abuse the child or do this and the third, it's something about a child. They say a mother's love is unconditional, but a child's love is really unconditional. Like, I done seen children that cling to an abusive parent, for dear life. You know what I'm saying? I done seen children cling to an absent parent for dear life. It's like weird, but that's what it is.
But here's my problem. Right? Am I echoing? Here's my problem with that, right? My problem is that if you're downing the father all the time, and then the kids find out that what you were saying is not true, that you were just doing because you hate him and you wanted to make sure they hated him also, that becomes a problem. Now they don't trust what you say.
Yeah, because the child is going to have, ill feelings towards you.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I was on mute. I was saying, yeah, in a situation like that, they blame the parent for them missing time with their parent.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. If they find out that you were the reason that they couldn't spend any time with that other parent, they look at you as the problem, not them.
No matter what the other parent did or didn't do, that's why you shouldn't try to influence it. Just let it go. Children, they change. They do.
The statistics of you're impregnating women and then you leave them single. Of the statistics of a woman having to force
his mom was very abusive, but he forgave her and treated her like royalty, and that's typically what kids do.
He gonna be blessed for that. He gonna be blessed. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Impregnating women and then you leave them single. Of the statistics of a woman having to force you onto child support. Those statistics.
I know what? I just did an interview with a white man right now that make Nick Cannon's sperm look like water. He pays a total for 12 kids, $122 a month. He tells his baby mamas, all 11 of them make it enough. He's a white man. He's a white man from Iowa.
Yeah,
what I'm trying to tell you is, because you sat up here and you listen, I'm only going off.
Yes, it happens, Rose. That's the point. You had two experiences with black men, and this is what you claim pushed you to white men, but then you get a white man and you complaining about him. You act like that white man can't leave either. He can leave too, just like the black dude did. If you get on his nerves enough, he will leave your motherfucking ass and go back to Iowa.
Out there. I'm not making anything up out of thin air. I'm not gaslighting you. I'm not trying to trap you. I'm asking you questions based off of content that you've made, based off of race baiting content that you created. And then you turn around and try to say, this is not what you said. I'm making this up. I'm like, no, your argument based off of what black women are complaining about.
Yeah, no, I didn't say you're making anything up. I said you're confused on how.
I'm not confused.
On how I feel about things is where the confusion is. So it still remains. I think I'm still saying what I'm saying, and you're still saying what you're saying, but we're just not understanding one another.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, I don't want to keep you too much longer from your baby, right? And we agreed on an hour. Is there anything that you would like to address, and I won't interrupt you or anything like that? And say what you got to say, and then we can close the interview.
I appreciate that. When I came to you, I told you, I appreciate your video because you can have your opinion. I'm not against people having their opinions, but I don't think it was like overly disrespectful. You said what you said, and that was it. As far as me hating black men, I come from a black man that has 16 children, and while he was not a good partner to his partners, he took care of every single one of his kids. He's a great father. I love my daddy to life. Like, I love him a lot. So I've never hated black men. I advocate for women to expand and not close their options, because I hear so many women like, I would never date a white man, or I don't just try to advocate for women to date white men. Now, as far as the argument, I was emotional. I did too much. I apologize.
Don't apologize to us.
No, that's what I'm saying. Sort of to, not y'all, but my supporters, because it was not for them, and it wasn't supposed to reach them. It was supposed to reach the trolls, and it was supposed to piss off my husband, who wasn't like me at the time. Was it a right way to respond? Absolutely not. Did we learn and we grow? Absolutely.
She did it to piss him off.
What else is do they got anything to say?
You want to take some callers? It's up to you. I know you got to get to your baby. We don't normally do it, but if you want to, we can. It's up to you.
But isn't that what women do in general?
What's that?
Piss their man off?
Yeah, I guess.
That's not just, condensed to one race. All women are the same. Don't think they don't sit up there and think of things to piss their man off with. They do. Everything is not roses. Okay.
Yeah, they just most of them just don't go online to do it.
Well, this is a whole new. This online bullshit is all new. Everybody thinks that their life is so fucking interesting that they got to put it all out. I don't want to hear you're on your period. I don't want to hear your stomach hurt. I don't want to hear any of that shit. But they out here telling us. I don't want to hear about dirty dick she doesn't suck. I don't want to hear about it. But you're out here telling us anyway. It's just the nature of the beast. She has a podcast. These people think she's interesting. She thinks she's got to tell them everything. But now, is it Tasha K be in everybody's business?
That's her job.
Exactly. That's her job. She get in everybody's business. So these people
and she keeps her business off the internet unless it's her being sued. Internet.
That's
even though she be in everybody else's.
Yes. And these people should learn that they just say shit they don't need to be talking about. We don't need to know half the shit that they put on here. And then they gonna get mad when somebody comes and checks them. She probably said, well, I prefer a white man now. Well, you know damn well that shit's gonna be checked. Somebody's
coming
stay
back
on
you.
Yep. Forever. All she had to say was, hey, I'm with a white guy who treats me good. That's it. End of story. What could you say about that? What can anyone say about that? Of course, they're going to say something. Well, why couldn't you do that with a black man? Blah, blah, blah. Of course, they're going to say something. But she didn't say, I only date white guys specifically. She didn't say, she didn't have to say that. But she did. And now she's getting checked for it. And now she's trying to backtrack. See, why I never said that. I never said that.
Why Tasha called out. I know what the fuck you said, woman. I'm listening to you. She's like, I ain't crazy. I'm going off your content. Your content has been praising this white man and saying how black men ain't shit. They statistics. And according to the statistics, you prefer white men. But even in this interview, she was saying that if the black man had something, that would be her preference. But all of this is based off her dating 3 black men in her entire lifespan. One she was married to. And I have to point out, anything else that happened after the first one, she brought baggage to the relationship. So we can't say why or how those guys left. And if they wasn't shit, why did you get with them?
Yeah, he is in there. But let me see. I'll try to touch on everything that they were saying and all the questions. Oh, and I still stand. I do want to say that. Like, I've seen a lot of, oh, she was out here telling us to do this. And meanwhile, no, my husband is still that guy. He's always been that guy. He's going to be that guy. And that's just how I feel. So, he
that guy.
Yeah, he stands 10 toes down for his family. Now, do I think that other black family and black love exists? Absolutely not. No, that's the problem. So, if you're offended by it, just do better. And I'm happy for you and your black relationship of 18 years. It's beautiful. We need more relationships like that. We don't have enough at all whatsoever.
It's a lot of them, though. What do you mean we don't have enough? Are you in every goddamn city in America to say that we don't have enough? Have you not seen some of these affluent black families in neighborhoods all across America? Have you not seen the people that go to Spelman? They typically come from 2-parent homes. Have you not seen the men in Morehouse? They typically come from 2-parent homes.
But doesn't Tasha K emphasize that her husband is African?
Yes, she did that to him. She said that to her earlier. She's like, my husband is African, and he's like, he got his own set of problems.
Well, I'm just saying that she's emphasizing that he's African, and she throws that out every chance she gets. So she doesn't like American black men? Is that what the problem is?
Well, no, she just in love with her African that she married 18 years ago.
But if you continuously emphasize that he's African and not
maybe that's
black,
what he wants.
I'm just saying.
Maybe that's what he wants.
When you
because I guarantee you, Goodwill don't call himself black. He African. That's just how the African motherfuckers are. They'll tell you quick, no, I'm Nigerian. No, I'm from wherever the fuck they from. They quick to tell you that when you call them black. That's just one of them things. I guess the Africans are offended by it.
Okay.
No, you've never seen that where they make sure to tell you their country. They be like, no, I am such and such. You've never seen that?
Oh yeah, I've dealt with plenty of that.
So that's probably why she's subconsciously trained to do it, because he probably done corrected motherfuckers for forever when they call him black. No, I am not black. I am African. I am from Zimbabwe.
Well, but
it's their way of saying they're better than American black men, pretty much. I don't know if Tasha's trying to say that, but I do know that's the overall premise when they say it.
I would have to agree with that statement right there.
That's why we don't like Africans. Like, they think they're better than us. Even though they copy the fuck out of us.
All of our community and our songs, fuck you nigga, fuck you bitch, that's the problem. It contributes to the problem. So my whole thing in my content was not to
Eminem cussed out his baby mama. She was white. He called her a bitch.
No, we gotta understand. We have to understand.
Motherfucker made several albums about Kim.
Absolutely.
And his mama. He talked shit about his mama and Kim. You know who he didn't talk shit about though? His daddy. Find one lyric where Eminem talking shit about his daddy. Just one.
White people, of course.
Okay.
Of course. What are we talking about? Okay. Just like there's absolutely amazing black and white married couples, of course. I speak on things as a whole, like the numbers, Tasha. And I believe deep down, I believe that you know this. Like, whether you agree with me personally, that's one thing, but I believe that you know that there is a disparity in the marriage rates amongst black women for a reason. And I believe that you know that.
So you identify as a religion first before your nationality? That's kind of backwards. But I guess.
Well, you know,
Oh.
my problem with her last statement about, you know, the disparity between married people, black married people. This generation doesn't believe in marriage. This whole generation that we're looking at right now, and I'm going to go back 2 generations, okay? The millennials, the Gen Zs, they don't believe in marriage for some reason.
Well, and those people grew up in the welfare, the dad that can't be in the house generation. So that's what they repeat.
Okay, I'll take that as one thing. But a lot of them don't believe in marriage. A lot of them say the same exact thing. It's just a piece of paper.
I think I'm trying to look at out of all my grandmother's kids, my mom was the only one that didn't get married. Everybody else got married. Most of them got divorced. But yeah, they ain't no one.
Well, there's a difference between somebody that has been married and divorced. There's the last 2 generations, a lot of them don't even bother to get married.
Nope. They just have the kids. I'm included.
Okay, but I'm just saying they don't feel like the necessity to get married. And
why you think that is?
Because as the generations evolved, we decided to change things to help them. You know, common law marriages. That was made that was made to pretty much appease them. That hey, if you don't want to get married, if you live together for a certain amount of time, we just gonna say you married. Okay. Then they started allowing you to add people on your insurance. Now a lot of that was for gay couples, but a lot of that was for millennials. We're gonna allow you to, if you can prove that you two cohabitate, you've been cohabitating for a while, we'll allow you to put them, on your insurance. That you don't have to be married or whatever. Things like that was happening. That's why right now they're like the constitution of marriage is gone. Yeah, there's a lot of states that did it because they were losing money.
And I'm just gonna say, from experience, for me, I'm glad they allowed things like that because I'm guilty.
That's what you come out for? You decide to unmute for that?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying the whole thing about states recognizing people that cohabitate for years and not married.
But because well, you do know why they did that. The deep-rooted problem with that was they were getting stuck with too many damn hospital bills.
What do you mean?
I mean, a lot of these changes were done because people are sitting back, and because you don't have insurance, the hospital has to treat you. They can't turn you away. They have to treat you.
Right.
But they couldn't get insurance because either they didn't have a job that had insurance, but the person they're living with does. So they started making amends for things. I mean, hospitals were damn near bankrupt at one time because they had to accept these patients. Why do you think the prices of the hospital stays start going up and up and up? Because they have to pay for people that can't pay them. So the go around was hey, well, your common law marriage. There you go. Now you can have your insurance, and if something should happen, you can pay. The health industry is the biggest, one of the biggest people that come down there and try to push laws and stuff like that, because that's big business.
And that's what it is for them business. So I mean, they'll be all right. The thing about it is like they are ridiculous as well. Now don't get it twisted. Like I worked in the department, in hospital, and I do know a lot of stuff that get written off. A lot of stuff that get written off, but it's also a lot of things to me, honestly, that are overcharged. It is a business, sadly, it's a business that's in the business of saving lives. And, these two, a lot of people don't even get the type of care that they need, and they have insurance. You know how many times I've called for free certification for somebody to have a procedure, and they paid this insurance for years and years and years, and the insurance come and say, well, we're not going to cover that. We're not
Yes.
going to cover it. And to me,
Yes.
it's a double-edged sword when it comes to these insurance companies and hospitals and things like that.
But
it's a price put on people's health. It's a price.
Yes, it is. I agree. But most of the boards and the presidents of hospitals aren't even freaking doctors. They're businessmen.
Oh no, yeah, you're right about that. Absolutely.
They're businessmen.
I mean, it's a lot of doctors that sit on the board.
Yeah, but they're not the president. They're not the president of the hospital. The president of the hospital is a true businessman, and he cuts corners, and he makes sure he abides by the insurance company's rules. Because you'd be stupid if you don't think they don't look at what insurance you have, because that tells.
I think people got to recognize that. Yeah.
Oh, they will, because they know what they know what they can get away with and what they can't. They already know that they're not going to go.
I don't care what nobody says. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I've done all that. Your level of care is determined by your financial status as far as insurance or no insurance. Even with the type of insurance that you have, it's a difference between a patient with Blue Cross Blue Shield and a patient with Medicaid or Medicare. Okay? It's a difference. I'm sorry, it is what it is.
I mean, you're sitting there dying on the bed, and they asking you for information. So, do you have insurance, sir? I've been shot. Do you have insurance, sir? Could you fill this form out? I've been shot. Do you have insurance, sir? Could you fill this paperwork out? Like, what the fuck? They're more worried about what they can do, what they can't do, what they're going to get paid for, and what they're not going to get paid for, than they are the patient.
Shout out to my daughter's heart transplant team, because they went above and beyond to keep us in Memphis and stop getting a shot. They pulled loopholes, and I think they helped get her a heart quicker too. Because normally they don't give you a time limit on when you should receive a heart, and dude gave us a time limit. Then he mysteriously went out the country for about a week, and then he came back, and about a day or two later, we're like, oh, we got a heart. Shout out to them.
What do you mean, Tanya? What did you mean when you said to me that's a mirage truth? What are you speaking about, Tanya? Hey, y'all. Go ahead.
But you were St. Jude's, right?
No, we only had to go to St. Jude because they were trying to figure out why her white blood cell levels were so low, and so that's where they do the testing. They specialize in all those type testing. That's the only reason she had to go there.
The Shriners hospitals, St. Jude's, all those are godsends. Because they're children. They don't charge you nothing. They help you get there. It's just, to me, if you could stay out of a normal hospital, take your kids to those type of hospitals, you're doing a hell of a lot better.
Typically, you have to be referred to those.
Yes. You do have to.
You as a patient has like a team of doctors that actually care about you and not what type of insurance you have. You pretty much in a good position. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, honestly, because.
But hospitals are more prone to do pro bono work for children than they are any other person. Any other person, because it's a good look for them.
We had to drop our private insurance to get Grace and Medicaid.
Yeah, because they wouldn't.
Okay, fine. I got you. Okay.
They couldn't approve. They wouldn't approve half the things that they were going to do. For
her. Because her shit, too expensive.
People don't know that though. People don't know that a lot of things that Medicaid will cover, private insurance won't. People don't know that.
Yep, that's why.
It's crazy. And private insurance is the insurance that you pay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why that was the easiest thing for Biden and them to go after for prescription drugs, was because they pay for things. They're the largest buyer of prescription drugs out of any insurance is Medicaid, Medicare. Mm-hmm. They buy more prescriptions than anyone in the country. And most of them people combine because, again, they're taking care of children and they're taking care of the elderly. And those two particular classes of people buy the most prescriptions out of anyone. That's why they're ready. That's why they were so easy to go, okay, we'll do it. We'll do it so you guys won't take away all this medicine you're buying from us. So, but again, the hospitals will bend over backward for a child because it's a photo op for them. It's a publicity for them. Yeah, they're gonna parade your child around like they just won the Miss America contest, but again, they're gonna do it pro bono.
Black men can do better. You know that there is a disparity in the marriage rates amongst Black women for a reason, and I believe that you know that as a whole, Black men can do better at taking care of our families.
And so can Black women, because there are toxic Black mothers out here that are just as equally as bad as Black men. I'm just very pragmatic across the board, and I don't.
Yeah, I already said that when I was talking about how they dropped the babies off. Hell, we're gonna listen to her mom's interview too. Her mom is one of those people Tasha K is talking about. Me and your ancestors had that interview.
It ain't just the man that don't want to get married. A lot of these women don't want to get married. So how you put it on Black men?
And women ask for divorce 75% of the time. It's women that say, I'm tired of this shit, not the man.
That's because we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we'll suffer in silence. We'll just sleep in the other room.
If I'm going to call out a problem, like I do it amongst light-skinned women, right? Light-skinned women have a privilege, right? And when I see them settle, I challenge them on making better decisions. Like, you do not have to be, this pretty girl privilege doesn't have to be your downfall. You understand what I'm saying? And so I always try to find a way to praise them while not beating them down, right? By letting them know their value. But when you have someone online who makes content directed at pissing off Black men by parading your relationship as better, and if more Black women just stepped outside of the box to date, they would find better. And it's not the case, because a lot of Black women have issues that they're carrying from Black men or from their fathers who have multiple children. And there's no way you can sit here and tell me your daddy was all the way there for you with 16 damn children. There's just no way.
My daddy handled it. He wasn't,
right. So you have issues that you come with, and so do Black men. So just like you have issues that you still have not dealt with, so do Black men. But for you to expect to say, hey, you need to get your shit together, or I'm going over here, that's another way for you to run from your own issues too, because it took two to create those kids.
It's not about you have issues, I'm going over here. Like I said in the beginning.
Yeah, that's what you did. You literally left the Black community based on statistics and your own issues.
No. I actually left the Black community
into an interracial relationship, and you cussing him out the same way you cussed out your Black baby daddy. Just because he's been
I love that we're trying to make one argument the staple of a relationship. So, I mean, that's neither here nor there.
No, these are your views.
People can believe or feel, I don't want to feel about that. But did I run from Black men because of whatever? No.
That's what you say.
My husband.
You would probably prefer to be with a Black man, and that's why you're angry. And I find out
I would not.
Black men. Yeah, so you're dating white men by default because Black men have treated you.
I'm 29. I'm not ugly. I don't have.
29 with 4 kids. God damn, you have not stopped fucking. You said you had your first child at 19. This motherfucker is pregnant every 2 years. Every 2.5 years, she's pregnant. 29, I did not know she was this young. So now that kind of disqualifies you even more. You're 29, you've only dated 3 Black men. One of them you were married to, don't know how long the marriage was, but I'm sure that took a nice portion of your 20s. Because y'all had the baby first, y'all got married, y'all had a second child, Then he left. You've been with this dude for 3 years.
And how about you being ugly? I'm saying that.
I know. I'm 29. I'm not ugly. My options are available. Like, I'm not.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You may not be ugly, but your attitude and how you gave your husband that business to the world is very ugly. So you can be beautiful, and there are a lot of beautiful. Listen, there are a lot of beautiful black women that are 1,000. Fuck a 10, they're 1,000, but they ugly and tainted on the inside based off of them not dealing with their own experiences. Black women have a problem thinking that men are supposed to save them. You save yourself. Once you save yourself, you will attract men from all races, just as I do. I could go into Africa, I could go into America, I could go into Asia and attract any type of man. But for me to isolate my feelings towards one race, and I'm raising a black son.
It's so interesting that
that's no different than a black man.
I literally just told you that my idea is to have women expand their horizons. I was never looking for a white man when I found him. I was actually with a Filipino guy. At that time,
she was looking for who?
I was never looking for a white man when I found him. I was actually with a Filipino guy. At that time,
she was looking for a Filipino guy, or she was with a no, she's not ugly at all. She actually, she looks better with the short hair, bald look. She has a nice facial structure, nice shape and all of that. She can't tell she had 4 kids, but her attitude is ugly. She is an attractive woman, and she can wear the long hair or the short hair. I'll give her that, but her attitude is ugly as fuck. She thinks like a typical 29-year-old girl.
Who was married too young.
Yep.
She got married too young, and now it's affecting all of her judgment.
And then also, she wasn't famous, or she didn't have this level of notoriety when she had those first 2 kids either. So now she's still trying to be out here popping and all of that other shit while raising a family and trying to like make up for missed time. Oh, this is in a 10-year span. I guess she just threw that out there because she was saying any race would like her or something. I don't know why she threw that out there.
You found him. He didn't find you. He found him.
Expand their horizons. I was never looking for a white man when I found him. I was actually with a Filipino guy. At that time,
you found him. He didn't find you. He found
the Filipino time at the exact Filipino man at the exact time that I got with my husband, and a black man before that. So I wasn't
a Filipino man. Where was she looking?
Well, no, she had a Filipino man. She said she had a Filipino man and a black man before that. So that's 2 of the. So how does she count the 3rd black man that she dated as a problem? So apparently the Filipino man didn't work out.
Filipino time at the exact Filipino man at the exact.
You would probably prefer to be with a black man, and that's why you're angry. And I find out
I don't
black men. Yeah, but you don't desire that. So you're dating white men by default because of how black men have treated you.
I'm 29. I'm not ugly. I don't have.
I'm saying that about you being ugly. I'm saying that.
Yeah, I don't know why she said that either. She was saying that. Tasha was saying you would prefer a black man. You with white men by default because of your experiences with your husband. And I don't know why she just came out and said, I'm 29. I'm not ugly. Yeah, you're 29, but you got 4 kids. That's not an easy task to deal with.
I know, I'm 29, I'm not ugly. My options are available.
Yeah, she has a fro now because she had shaved her head all the way off and it was growing back. That's why she's been wearing the quick weaves and stuff.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. You may not be ugly, but your attitude and how you gave your husband that business to the world is very ugly. So you can be beautiful, and there are a lot of listen, there are a lot of beautiful black women that are 1,000. Fuck a 10, they're 1,000, but they ugly and tainted on the inside based off of them not dealing with their own experiences. Black women have a problem thinking that men are supposed to save them. You save yourself. Once you save yourself, you will attract men from all races, just as I do. I could go into Africa, I could go into America, I could go into Asia and attract any type of man. But for me to isolate my feelings towards one race, and I'm raising a black son.
It's so interesting that
that's
you
no different than a black man.
I literally just told you that my idea is to have women expand their horizons. I was never looking for a white man when I found him. I was actually with a Filipino man. At the exact time.
But you found him. He didn't find you. He found
the Filipino time at the exact Filipino man at the exact time that I got with my husband, and a black man before that. So I wasn't looking for white men only. That was one, and now it is my preference. It wasn't before when I found him. Now it's my preference.
How is it? Once you get married, your preferences stop. You don't prefer. You're married. The only thing you're supposed to prefer is your husband. So whether you prefer white men, Asian men, all of that shit cuts out because you're no longer on the dating market to where your preference matters. You're with your king, you're with your knight in shining armor. How do you have a preference married? If you were dating, it would make more sense. You're like, well, I prefer dating white men. But you're married.
So it's just preference. Like I don't feel like it's like, oh, you're like stop dating completely. No, it's just my preference. And that's
I just think
preference black men.
My preference are all men.
Oh, okay, mine too.
Yeah,
but how does she have a preference when she's dated 3 different men? I can see if she said, well, I have a preference, and she's dated a bunch of white guys or a bunch of
That's what I was just saying. Exactly. You can't. Go ahead.
But you don't have a preference because you've never dated 2 people of the same race.
Nope.
So
she dated a Filipino, a black, and married. She dated one white guy and married him. Yeah. She dated one black guy early. And she had a baby at 19, but she said they planned. So that's a black guy. And you were dating a Filipino before the white guy. You had, what do you mean you have a preference? It seems like you dated, it sounds like she dated more black people because she said 3 blacks, 1 Latino, and 1 white. So your preference would be black men because you dated more. And now that you're married to the one white guy you dated, you don't have a preference. Unless she's saying if him and her get a divorce, she going strictly white.
Well, yeah, but how does she, a preference is, it's constantly what you look for, and that's what you date, and only date. That's a preference, okay? Not that I'm attracted to, that is a preference. But again, most people settle for what they're not truly attracted to. They settle because that's what's available.
And that's what likes them.
Exactly. Most women would love to, date a Denzel Washington or someone of that caliber. They'd love to, but they can't.
But they have to settle for a Todd father.
There you go. I don't think anybody's gonna settle for that. But okay.
Hold up now. Todd father has a daughter. Remember, she's an international lawyer, sir.
Anybody can make a baby, sir. Anybody can make a baby.
Well, they preferred him that night.
I don't need to put down a black man to put up one. You literally put down black men to put up your white husband. And if you still cut him out, because your attitude, I'll be honest with you, is the reason why a lot of black men don't want to be fucked up with us, right? You're giving that same attitude.
Now, see, for me, for example, I talk my shit about black women, but I ain't never said I prefer any other women over black women. I ain't told nobody to go out there and get them a white woman and I'm only dating white. I don't do all that. I talk shit about the black women, hopefully, so that they can change. Pipe dream, but still, that's why I do it. I don't do it to say, they ain't shit and we need to go get us some Asian women. I'm not telling men to go be passport bros and the swirl and all that other shit. I'm talking about me, not the world.
Good luck with that.
Oh yeah, I know it ain't gonna change, but still, it makes for interesting conversation. We can trigger.
You know,
not all.
I've always wanted to have a conversation about passport bros.
Let's do it. Go live tonight. Let's do it.
I'm just saying, to me, you're living a very dangerous lifestyle.
Absolutely. You're going to a strange country where you don't know nobody, and women across the world will set your ass up.
Exactly.
It's set up girls in every culture.
That black man complain about to a white man, and you're saying, oh, because he takes it, because he's more meek than a black man, because he appears stronger than a black man, then he must be better than a black man. It's no different than a black man that lays better than any man saying that, oh, black women are any.
Not because of his race. My man is better than any man of any race because he's my husband. But honestly, what I want to say to you is,
go ahead.
What I want to say to you is, like I said, this isn't about when did I bash me?
Girl, you bashing your videos all the time. I look at your comments.
Where's the example of bash of me?
I can pull. Girl, do you want me to pull it? Would you like to see the receipts of you?
I would like to see
raising your white husband to piss off black men because black men did you wrong.
Black men are pissed off, Tasha, they need to do better. Okay, if they're pissed off.
What about you doing? It takes a black man.
I can agree with that statement. If they're, because that's like I said, when I say shit about the black women, I know it doesn't apply to all black women. That's why I don't say it. The only ones that should be offended are the ones who I'm describing in that moment. So I can agree with that statement. If she said black men are pissed off, they need to do better. I can agree with that statement. Same thing with the women.
Okay, but her problem is she's constantly referring to her husband as a white man. Just say your husband and he treats you right. I'm with him because he treats me right. I'm not with him because he's white. I'm not with him because he's rich. I'm with him because he treats me right. And that's what anybody should say, whether it's with a black man, white man, Asian man, whatever. If that man treats you right, you should be saying that man. Don't specify his race, because you know what? You may not find a second man just like him.
Oh, me, my preference is a woman with a fat ass and big titties. I don't care what nationality they are. Most of the time, you can't find the package and you can't find both of them together unless it's just all fake. But that's my preference. I find beauty in all races and cultures and nationalities and things of that nature.
So you have.
But I would say I've dated more black women than I have any other race, and I like black women. So I guess my preference would be black women. Because I mean, I could date white women and Asian women and Hispanic women if I wanted to, and they're out here in the city every day just like everybody else. But for some reason, I don't approach those women.
You mean like Dime Piece?
Jessica Dime?
No, you talk about a girl in your song called Dime Piece. She's Asian.
Oh, Dime Piece with me. She's foreign. She come from Bangkok. Yeah.
There you go. That's it. That's it right there. See, I listen.
Yeah, there's some fine Asians out here. Some fine Africans.
Black videos are not about pissing off black men at all whatsoever. I would like to see, listen, I'm calm, but I would like to see a video where I was actually talk down and talk shit on the black men. I don't
know. You black fathers need to do, black men need to do better. I don't ever see you saying white men need to do better, white men need to be better fathers. I don't ever see you saying that. And your titles is black man, bad fathers, black man, bad husbands, black men. You don't say that about white men, and you've only had one experience with one farmer white man who has a fetish for black women.
Ooh, she called him a farmer. Black man fetish.
For black men. Why would you say you have a fetish for white men based off of your experiences? You're no different than a black man who parades Blasian women or Persian women or white women and say, oh, the reason I'm with you is because a black woman doesn't do this, when they in reality would prefer to be with a black woman, but we're not seeing eye to eye because we have these made up facades of what we think relationships are. When you're in an ideal relationship, that would eventually be the same if you were in it with a black man. A black man would be very regular. He may make 6 figures. He may not be an entrepreneur. He may not be on the go-go all the time like that. Because he's black, he's expected to do more than what a farmer from Iowa is doing, and he's white, but you give him a pass because he's white.
Be true. Be true. Yes, I just love women. Be true. I hope Tasha K has made you a fan. She is giving her the business. She's standing up for us right now. I thought she was a black man basher. I'm not getting it from her. She seems to be fair.
I'd like to know is, respectfully, what would make you don't even know him from a campaign, what would make you?
I know what you found about him, girl, and nobody's reaching
what would make you automatically assume that he has a face?
Most white men do. That's why.
From the video y'all made, the little stereotype video y'all made, where he was happy, giggling with the feet in his face and all of that shit there. That's how. And he let you do the OnlyFans.
They intentionally divided the races because our women to them look more desirable than their women.
So that's the thing.
They fucked us and let us with biracial kids.
That's the thing.
They fucked us and let us with biracial kids. And did the same shit black men are doing now. They did it to the slaves. They was fucking the slave women, left them with babies they didn't claim, didn't leave them no damn land or nothing like that, didn't leave them no assets and left bastard babies too. And how dare you get up on a platform and say black men need to do better when they learn the book from the white man, the very cracker you sleeping with right now. They making me in line. My PR said I gotta go.
Ooh, you mad? It's spicy.
Ooh, you mad? It's
anyway,
spicy.
Let me get my baby.
She let me get my baby, but she's still sitting there drinking. So she about to get her baby drunk. She still ain't cut the lab off, and she's putting more lip gloss on. Tasha walked out, and she still sitting there talking.
Spicy.
You just gonna keep saying spicy.
Ooh.
You ain't got nothing else to say.
Is she reading the chat?
No, she didn't.
Why were you angry?
Chat. Now she asking
White cracker. Boy, white cracker where?
Oh, she reading the comments.
White cracker where? White cracker where?
Your husband, ma'am. Like, why are you being offended by somebody calling him a white cracker when we get called niggas all the time? Like, you doing the most. White cracker where? It's some people that call white people crackers, just like it's the white people that call black people niggers. It just happens. You can't be offended because they saying your husband is a white cracker.
Tasha, come back. We was talking.
She said, my PR told me to cut it up.
What happened?
Tasha, like, you still here? Tasha cut the mic off and everything. She like,
I needed to cut it. I have a PR team. I just, I got a little trigger. Yeah, I got a little trigger because that's what you do, Rose.
Queen.
You triggered.
Queen. No, for real, Queen.
Queen, I got a black son. Queen, I got a black dad.
Me too. I'm about to go get my black son.
We're both raising black men, but for you to blame them for a system that white men created. Do you know how many mulatto women that I have in my family that were born from white men who never claimed them? And you're saying black men need to do better, but it was white men that wrote the book? You're passing off your own internal issues off to this to somebody else. No, baby, the problem is with us.
I feel you, Tasha, but it's just preference. It's not like you're making it. It's not like, I hate black men. It's not that. I'm sorry that your comment, like you said, you don't watch my videos, every single one. So I think that you just, what you heard. Just like when I got on here.
It's not what I heard. It's not what I heard. It's not what I heard.
I think so, Tasha.
I mean, your titles are very, black men need to do better. Black men are this. Black men.
I've never said.
Wait, who wrote the statistics? It's white men. Who wrote the statistics? This is not about being prejudiced. Like I said, I've dated every man from every race. I dated a Korean man, a Latino man, a white man, but I never dated them because I didn't find black men to be worthy. I dated them because I connected with them. But
that's what I'm telling you. When I found my husband, I wasn't just looking for a white man. That's what I'm telling you.
You didn't find your husband. He found you. You didn't find your husband. He found you.
Okay,
But no, you said it backwards. She said she found her husband. So yeah, he didn't find her. She found him.
My husband and I found one another.
Okay.
I was not looking for why. I've said that multiple times within this interview. I happened to get with him, and now at this very moment, after being with him, it is my personal preference. After being with him now, and seeing and witnessing other people and what they go through, and it's my preference at this moment. After being with him, okay. So I was not only looking for white men when I got with my husband. Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. But I did sit here and listen to you for an hour, and I did sit here and listen to you gaslight.
It's not a preference.
Try to, I guess.
That is not a preference. If that's what you were, if you weren't looking for it, then it's not something you prefer. Preference means that's what you're looking for, and that's what you want. That's what a preference means. She just said I wasn't looking for it, but she wants to say it's her preference now.
But she was with a Filipino man before she met him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe basically that wasn't your preference. The Filipino man was your preference, and the white man just happened to come along. Look, I'm a big believer in evenly yoked. Okay, and I don't know if everybody understands what evenly yoked means. It's like I'm not looking for a poor person, because in the back of my mind, I'm wondering, are you with me because I have money? And if you come out and later say you love me, is it you love me because I have money and you don't? So if you find
Go ahead. I thought you had stopped.
No, but I'm just saying, if you feel that someone is evenly yoked with you, they're with you because of you. Not because of what you can give them, not because of what you have, not because there's a potential of you being able to give you something. She has what you have. And both of you make a better team. But that's just me. I know there's a lot of men out there that prefer to date broke women, so they can control them, so they can do things for them and make sure that they are grateful for what they do for them.
I can tell Tasha K hit it on the head. You can tell by how she talks, because she has fame and money, how she's like, I do this, he want to do this, and I make it better. And she's putting herself above. And Tasha said, right, you with that white man because he more docile and he ain't going to talk shit back to your ass like a nigga will. Because a nigga would tell you quick, man, I don't give a fuck about how much money you make. That shit ain't moving me. Fuck your money. Old Brad, he there. Embarrassment.
Allude to me kind of making up things or misinterpreting things. I'm like, no, that's not. I'm literally doing it. My opinions come based off of the content that you make. I literally saw a video from a month ago when you're saying black men need to do this, they need to do better, and you got a white man sitting beside you, and I'm like,
why is she saying?
You don't think that? What?
I also hate when motherfuckers do that. If you're interracial dating and you're gonna have these conversations, leave your black spouse out of it if you're white. Leave your white spouse out of it if you're black. Why are you sitting up there letting them hear you dog your race?
Trying to put out this family dynamic, you're a part of the problem. You're being divisive as well. Why can't it be, my baby daddy wasn't shit?
But it's interesting the way that you are just like so many other black women that go so hard for black men that don't ever go this hard for them. But what I'm gonna do?
Here she go again, saying black men do not go hard for black women. I don't know what world is she living in. I hear black women say that all the time, but that's horse shit. I guess they mean we ain't getting into no fist fights and shit over them, but that's a lie too, because there's plenty of niggas fighting over women. whooping niggas' ass because a woman said, hey, such and such did something to me, and they go kill a nigga. But then we not fighting and standing up and going hard for black women. There were no black men saying that the way Sonia Massey and Sandra Bland and the rest of these women that have gotten killed were wrong. There's just no black men doing this. We don't go hard for black women, fuck it. So what women do we, if we're not going hard for black women, what women are we going hard for?
I guess she doesn't understand perception. Like, if you're going to sit up there and dog the black man, you can't have the white man sitting next to you. The first thing they're going to see, the first thing they see is a visual. You only saying that because you're with him.
Yep.
That's the first thing they're going to see. You're only saying that because you with him. You know? And
or he made you say it. Or he made you say it.
Or he's brainwashing you. That's the perception you're going to get. As soon as people found out that you were married to a white man, everything changes. Your perception should change. The people are going to look at you differently if you're talking bad about your own race. And she don't get that. If you're talking bad about your own race, first thing people are going to say is, that's that white man telling her that shit. She's only saying that.
She's an off-brand Candace Owens.
Yeah, you only saying that because either he told you to or you trying to make him happy. Because perception
is you're cooning for master.
Yeah, is everything. Perception is everything. And she don't understand that. She think people, well, they should take my opinion as me. No, they see what it is.
And most of her audience is blacks. There's that too.
We do appreciate you having me on your space and giving me this opportunity to talk and say how I feel. But I am going to send you a couple clips of 3 different black men I did a live with. One is a black man, he's married to a black woman. They've been married for 20 years. Another one is a black man, like, these are not black men with white women, and like, these are real, true, authentic black men. And I did a live, and I appreciate it so much. What's a true, authentic black man? They said, honestly, what you're saying, I could be mad, but what you're saying is real. Like, in our community,
they're not mad because it doesn't apply to them.
It's a disparity. And if we don't, sorry, my mind. If we don't,
yeah, I hear you, baby.
That's not my baby. That's a different baby.
Okay.
But if we don't admit it, then we can't, like, fix it. And so I'm gonna send that to you.
She walked.
Just for you, so
she's supposed to been going to get the baby when Tasha walked out. She done took her black ass outside.
That you can see what I'm saying. But I think that maybe we can agree to disagree. But Tasha, just between you and I don't hate black men. It's not what that is. I don't believe that I bash black men in my content. Maybe you should look at it like you said, you don't really look at it. Maybe you should look at it a little bit deeper, because I don't think that I do that. I bring out statistics and facts and numbers and disparities. But like you, I appreciate how you protect, our brothers. I appreciate that.
No, it's not our brothers. Don't do that. Our brothers. Don't do that. It's our community.
I appreciate that. Because the way that black women are so loyal.
But Queen. We're both raising the community. The next generation, right? You got 4 kids. I got 2. It's a black man and a black woman. Our actions, based off of us being able to teach them what the truth is, that this whole divide between our families came from white men. Even white women hated the way white men were divisive and fought to help get civil rights for everybody. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is, no, yes, we have to take control of it, but it has to start in the home. And you making videos saying black man this, black man that, I have never seen you title a video, white men need to do better. White men need to be better fathers. Korean fathers. No, it's only black men. So for you to say that you don't have a problem, but your content directly goes against that, that's crazy.
Yeah, I do talk about the disparity in the black community with me being a black woman, and like I said, not enough of our women are married.
Well, ma'am, you do realize if you're with a white man and you're talking about what black people do, it makes it seem like you don't like black men because of such and such, and that's why you're with a white woman. It would be like me saying all this shit about the black women that I be talking about, and it's just the negative traits. I don't go into all the extra shit, but saying they loud and ratchet and all that, that would be like me saying that and then being laid up with a white woman, and nobody's supposed to believe that I don't like black women. I'm with a white woman while talking about how black women need to do better. They ain't shit, they do this, they do that, and I'm laid up with a white woman. When you get with the white woman, what black men are doing, or if I get with a white woman, what black women are doing should no longer concern me because I'm with the person that I want to be with. Why the fuck do you care about the black community and black men if you're with a white man?
We need to do nice things because of the black man and our loyalty to black men. However, I think maybe you should look at my content a little bit deeper because I talk a lot about racism. I talk a lot about racism within the white community. I talk about real life and the real life that we experience. I talk about my sons being called niggers by white people all the time. I talk about this all the time. So it's so funny that you're thinking that
why not type the video that way? Why not type the video that way then?
I typed the video of meeting a Karen in Hawaii and all the white women were mad at me. Like I did. You gotta look into it a little deeper. I talk about
women are mad at you because you're a white man
as an interracial couple. I talk about all of these things. I talk a lot about just real life. So I talk about racism. Their community is racism and a lot of evil shit. Within our community, it's not doing right by our community. That's just how I feel. But like you did say, I really do gotta get my baby.
I know you gotta get your baby. I apologize for being triggered, okay? But you have to understand, like, I'm a black woman. I have a platform. I have to protect us all, especially sometimes from ourselves. And I just cannot sit up.
I'm not supposed to care about the negative shit that they got going on. It's not my concern. It's not. I promise if I stop dating black women, I ain't got nothing to say about them. Why? I'm no longer dating them. What they do doesn't concern me. That's not the market I'm in anymore. I'm not looking for black women anymore, so I don't give a fuck what they doing.
Well, here's my problem with this. And it goes back to perception. You're dating a white man. You have children by this white man. You shouldn't be talking about anybody else's race at all.
Yeah, you got 2 black kids and 2 mixed kids.
Yeah, the perception is always going to be wrong. The perception is always going to be, well, you left a black man for that white man. So what do you have to say about black men? We already know how you feel.
Yep.
Up here and allow, a message that's just meant to be divided come across my platform like it's the right message, and it's not. And there are bad people in every race. There are bad men in every race. There are bad women in every race. And just like how black men as black fathers need to be better, we can be better black mothers too. Because I was too raised by some toxic black mothers. And you know what we're doing? We're blaming it all on the black man because the black man needs to be, they need to fight harder. They need to do this. They need to do that. But we're running over here thinking that's going to solve the problem. And I'm seeing you get online to discuss and cuss your husband out the very same way that you would cuss a black man out.
But she never cussed her black husband out online. We can give her that. She's 19, she wasn't on social media, so she ain't never get the pleasure of cussing him out.
Makes the same amount of money that a black man would make.
Sorry, but 6 figures, not a lot of the society makes that.
That's not true. 6 figures is really 6 figures is really
6 figers can go anywhere from $100,000 to $999,000. So like if you're making $900,000 a year, kiss my ass. That's not what do you mean it's not a lot of money? It's just the borderline of $1 million.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
If you're making $250,000 a year, you living great.
Yeah, it's still 6 figures. Okay, she's trying to brush the shit out. What Tasha K said it's not much, and she's also said it at the same thing. Most of America doesn't make 6 figures.
So for people to say that's not a lot of money, like where the fuck are y'all coming from? I know Tasha K, she making millions and shit now, but at one point she was a waiter. She wasn't making 6 figures waiting tables.
Yeah, but that's ignorant. What she said was probably the most ignorant thing I've heard her say so far, next to I only date white men now. But again, that's ignorant. You know what? There's plenty of black people in IT, and they're all making $100,000. There's plenty of black people in the oil industry. They're making over $100,000. So truck drivers. All I mean, what you said was first off asinine, and second was a stereotype. Maybe the black men you dated didn't make that kind of money.
She's only dated 3. And the first one, she was at 19. I know the 19 she was married. She said she was 19 when she had the baby. The guy was 20. Neither one of them, probably combined, they weren't making 6 figures. They're 19 and 20.
In 2024, I agree, and that's why I have to pick up.
Okay, all right, cool.
But he makes the society makes that.
That's not true. 6 figures because a black man out, and he makes the same amount of money that a black man would make.
Sorry, but 6 figures. Not a lot of the society makes that.
That's not true. 6 figures is really 50 grand a day.
In 2024, I agree, and that's why I have to pick up.
Okay, all right, cool.
But he makes about 3% of what the.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. Well, listen, I know people that own car washes and you know
I love that.
Make more than that. I'm just saying. If it's about money, then say it's about money. You want a comfortable life, but it doesn't matter. You can have a comfortable life without a man.
It's about everything else.
It's all good. But listen, we can agree to disagree, you know. I apologize if I disrespected you. That's not what I meant to do.
I apologize if I disrespected you in any way, shape, or form.
I don't think you disrespected me. I don't think you
gave me a voice on, and I appreciate it.
I don't think you disrespected me at all. So I can't even sit here and say that. But I can definitely.
The producer couldn't use it.
We want to bring you back, okay? So we're gonna let you get to your kids, guys. Please follow Rose. Please follow Rose Miller everywhere. Her show is titled Queen of Kings. She does a variety.
That's a real shit, girl. Thank you.
Why would I not?
I think I will hit it, you know?
Yeah, go hit it.
So because you got heated, I'm not supposed to tell people where to find you?
I apologize if you think that I'll do better at making sure that I'm more careful with my titles, but I never did hate you guys, and I don't want to put that out there. I don't know.
Okay. And you are beautiful. You are a strong person. You have 4 beautiful children. You have a great family, but protect your family and keep your man off the internet. I tell everybody that all the time, okay? Because you got to have something for yourself. And if that family means a lot to you, then protect it and have him protect it. Listen to him. But guys, please follow Queen of Kings everywhere. You can find her on Instagram, on Rose Miller, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Thank you again for coming on. And you
talking about my daddy, right?
We're gonna do this and we're gonna get up out of here.
And I was very respectful. I'll let her talk about it. I'll let her say that he beat her or whatever the case.
Hold on. I don't know what the fuck is going on with my damn device. It's a whole bunch of screens. What the fuck is going on?
Because realistically, yeah, he did. I seen him a couple times. He's a total.
This is her talking about her mom having sex with her brother.
But you wrote this whole book about everybody, about my dad, about everybody, about how you're getting through domestic violence. Did you mention in the book? Yes, she said he beat her Jenny's up. Did you mention in the book that you have sex with my brother? Right? I feel like, and if you guys were there, I feel like you guys could have had like a hint. You guys could have had that.
Hold on, I'm trying to fix whatever glitch is going on my damn device. This motherfucker is just retarded right now. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on, guys. I guess that's my sign to let this shit go. Because it's just not something is okay. What the fuck? I'm blaming it on me breaking my phone last night. Now it's just a whole bunch of discreet. I can't shut YouTube. I can't reset it or anything. I can't close the app. I was going outside to get something, and as I was opening the door and walking down the steps, it dropped on the concrete.
You don't have a case on it?
No, I thought the screen was plastic because I had dropped it a couple times, and it gave me no indication that it was glass.
When you get a new phone, I'm gonna send you a link to the case you need and a link to Gorilla Glass. Okay. Now, if you want to get this screen replaced, it's about $150.
That's what I said. If I was going to price check on to get the screen replaced. If it's the same price as the phone, I'm not going to just get the phone.
Well, it's about $150 to replace the screen. A new phone now is around $11.
That's how much. No, that's an iPhone. This Motorola, whatever it is, it costs $150.
Oh.
Okay.
I like this phone too. It does a lot of shit. It's convenient. So I actually like it. I want it.
It's a smartphone, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I love the screen. Like the screen record thing. It's cool because you can cut the camera on while you're screen recording, so you can do like a little live reaction as you're looking at whatever it is. Pretty cool.
That screen shouldn't be. I'm talking like the iPhones.
No, this ain't no damn iPhone. This is
Samsungs are about $150. That one should be less than $100 to replace the
Yeah,
screen.
I'm on 5G network though. I will say that.
Yeah, but now that screen should be a lot less. It should be less than $100 to fix that screen. As long as nothing else is broke underneath it, you should be fine.
It looked like the crack and got bigger since last night. All right, I got it back. Let's see. This is her talking about her mother had intercourse with her brother. Of course, he deleted it. And then when we come back tonight, we're going to do Benji AdSense interview with her mom. You saying something, Truth?
Mm-hmm. I said, oh, God.
Jeez.
You still crying?
Talking about my...
You said blah, 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 blah.
She said, are you still crying about the phone?
Oh, absolutely. I am. Because I think that's why I was just acting up.
Daddy, right? And how my daddy beat her, right? And I was very respectful. I let her talk about it. I let her say that he beat her or whatever. Okay? Because realistically, yeah, he did. I've seen him a couple times. He's a totally different man now. But I don't know, my dad's always been a great dad. I love my dad's son. But you wrote this whole book about everybody, about my dad, about everybody, about how you're getting through domestic violence. Did you mention in the book? Yeah, she said you beat her, Jenny said. Did you mention in the book that you had sex with my brother? Right? I feel like, and if you guys were there, I feel like you guys could have had like a hint. You guys could have kind of felt her animosity towards me stemming from my father. Right? Like she said multiple times, like, your dad beat my ass while I was pregnant with you. Of course, that can give someone like a kind of resentment toward the child, right? So when I go to ask her, like, hey, do you think maybe you have a resentment toward me because you constantly said that my dad beat you while you were pregnant with me? She's like, no, not at all. No, that's not at all. Anyways, she had sex with my brother. Her stepson. My mom, this amazing, beautiful spouse. My mom. Where's mom? Where's mom? We're gonna get okay? And then I'm gonna give you some more. And we're gonna go to school. Okay? My mom had sex with her stepson, which was my brother, which was my daddy's son. So it's not biological to her, but still that's disgusting. And she had sex with him, causing my dad to send my brother away. From my understanding at the time, my brother was like 17 years old. And it caused my daddy to send they lived in Ohio at this time. It caused my daddy to send my brother away. My firstborn brother, my dad's firstborn child, my dad's everything. My dad's everything. Sorry, that's my brother. But anyway, my dad sent my brother away because of this, because that was his wife at the time. She sent him away to my uncle in Las Vegas. There, my brother was like getting, what's the word? My brother kept calling my dad and said, Dad, I want to come home. I want to come home. Like, I want to come home. And so finally, my dad started getting like the feeling, okay, it's time to send my son home. So the day before he sent him home, my brother got speeded with a gun in the head over a bike. And the guy was robbing him for his bike, and he got beaten in the head, and the gun went off, and my brother died. So I just want to say, Janata, before you get on here and tell lies because of your blackened heart, when I called you this morning and said, please don't post my family, and you said, oh, you can dish it out, but you can't take it. I didn't dish anything out. All I dished out is that I don't have a good relationship with you. But now I'm dishing it out. I've never dished out anything about you except I didn't like my wedding, because you called me a bitch at my wedding, which is a fact. And I dished out that we don't have a relationship, and that hurts me. That's the only thing. If you guys have been here, you guys know that's what I dished out this entire time. So when I called you this morning and asked you to stop trying to gain clout off of me, you already did it. You already got subscribers and supporters. Congratulations, good job. But when I asked you not to post me and my kids, and you said, oh, you can dish it out, but you can't take it, you were wrong. You're like 55 years old, and it's time to grow up. So if you want to, like, the line that you said on my public platform, that I, like, pulled out a gun on my brother, you said my brother said, so if you didn't see that, you're like, her brother didn't say it. Okay. But let's talk about the reality of who you are, man. I allowed you to join, and when I got off, Greg said, why did you do that? You know you shouldn't have done. And to be honest, like I've admitted a million times, because I can admit when I'm wrong. That with her, if you guys saw how everything like went down, I was sad when I got on the line. And then you guys see my whole attitude change. I was so happy when she joined. And then I like crashed, like really, really sad. And then my husband comes. And then I like take stuff out of my husband.
Whoever is screen recording this, you ought to be ashamed for having that nigga in the background talking while you recording this shit. We try to listen to her, it's baby screaming, then you got this African nigga in your background. Ma'am, tell that nigga to shut up.
I love my wife. I love my wife.
Because I'm like, after my husband, like, on the line, because I wanted him to, like, babe, I need you. He's just lying on me. I need you to in front of me. And my husband is not
Listen to this ghetto ass shit. Now, this isn't Rose's background noise. This is whoever's screen recording this shit.
Like, yeah, you know, I don't know, you know, but I wanted him to be more like, no, you know, this is what happened, you know, this, because in reality, my husband tells me, I was on my, you know, she's going to go to my husband tells me, like, don't mess with her, change your number, leave her alone, stop doing it, and then his attitude changes like when we're in front of people, and that made me like upset. But honestly, the root of it all was that conversation with her. That threw me all the way, like far back. That broke my heart so bad because I had the greatest intentions for that conversation. So after, like,
yep, that's who we dealing with. She don't mind telling, and I guess we're gonna listen to her mama tonight on BNG channel to see where she got the dysfunction from. Y'all got a thing? Penel?
Oh no, I just kept hitting my mind hearing, I love my wife. I love my wife.
I love my wife. I love her. I love my wife.
That's all I kept hearing in my mind while I was listening to this. And I was like, and then you said that's because she's screen recorded. You do know that you can screen record without your mic turning on.
Yeah, you can just have record the audio. Apparently she don't know how to do it. But yeah, you can just have it recording the audio of whatever it is you're watching.
I can't take these illiterate people. These illiterate people trying to do too much. You're doing too much. Calm down and read. Reading is fundamental. Go online and learn how to record without your mic on.
It shows you when you hit the screen record. It normally tells you what you're doing. And even when you put, like on this one that I said, it has a microphone to block my mic. And then I know it'll still be recording other stuff. So it gives you a layout once you start screen recording.
Yep. That's why reading is fundamental.
All right, y'all. See y'all on Truth Hurts, Crime, and Justice in about 36 minutes. To the next episode.
Oh,
you think she's gonna be late?
Don't lie to the people. Don't lie to the people.
So about 50 minutes instead of 36?
Yeah, I'd say 50.
All right, over under 50 minutes.
Okay. You're taking 36. Look, she done dropped off. Oh no, you dropped off. Okay. Not coming back. Truth. Truth.
What's up? I don't know how I dropped myself down. She's up already. She done already cooked breakfast. She done already did her phone bone, and I think she'll be on time. She had no reason to be late.
What?
Oh my God.
She phone boned during breakfast?
You phone bone all day, sir. There's no certain time to phone bone. And we got FaceTime now. We got FaceTime and StreamYards and all types of shit to get freaky on the phone.
So she's doing eggs over easy while phone boning?
This nigga called right back. This is my uncle. I gotta go, y'all. My uncle's calling back. He ain't going. You like, you said an hour. All right.
Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot this bitch ass with the quickness. Now he bleeding, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp biscuit. All my niggas wildin', they done labeled us the misfits. Wake up every morning, 2 or 3, 5 in the thick bitch. Oh shit, didn't nobody come to see you old, it's some focus. Shoot 100 shots, no reloaded. Master of the game, you would think I'm into coded. Memphis niggas spit this pimpin', mackin' like I'm golden. Ho, with my money, you gon' turn me to the old me. Stay high, first class flight, I'm in the nosebleed. Copy, cooking, whipping, shipping, till you count the proceeds. OG, I've been moving back niggas since 03. Low key, niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we gon' eat. Get jammed, get a lawyer, make it bunny, don't speak. Pour up, I need some more. A nigga had a long week. Shout out to my plug, he showed me love, he out in Long Beach. I'm true geek, walking by myself but left with 2 freaks. Ooh wee, nothing in they mouth and on they booty. Austin Power swag, yeah baby, this is groovy. You can call me money boy or you can call me nudie. Hood niggas, churches, chicken, let me get a 2-piece. Top down, 2-seater, let me feel the 2 breathe. Gotta hold it steady, chopper, kick it back like Bruce Lee. Lately I've been in the zone, I guess I'm in my 2-3. Don't call my phone for nothing less than a QP. Feeling like the Migos, cause my bitch is bad and bougie. All my haters love me, all these bitches is some groupies. Came a long way, I like to introduce the new me. Standing on business like I'm king or like I'm Drewski. Call me Ron Island, cause I like my love for choosy. When we link it's a movie, she busted like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. Call me Ron Island, cause I love my love for choosy. When we link it's a movie, she busted like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. I never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Niggas talking reckless, shoot this bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp biscuit. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot this bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp